Box Art Battles, everybody.
It's been a while.
Welcome. And we're joined by Tara today. How are you doing, Tara?
Hello again. Glad to be back. Excited for whatever this is going to be.
Yes. If you don't know what this series is, it's a series where we pit random video game box arts against each other. All right, so this is completely compiled by my brother. That way I can be in on the surprise as well. I don't know any of the matchups ahead of time. He just sends me the link to them, and then we react as we go. And essentially, we're going to have random matchups, 16 games total, and then we go tournament bracket style all in one video to get one winner of this episode. This is episode 2 of season 2. All right, last premiere episode was back in May of last year, so over a year and a half ago. But that's just how television goes these days, right? You really got to spread it out.
Yeah, Stranger Things season 5. I mean, it took so long. They're stretching the whole final season to a
They should have done
release
episode every year or so. That would have been good.
Yeah, would have been something anyway. I mean, they're all movie length episodes, so I guess they might as well have done that.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, so anyway. Essentially we'll break it down, and then we have 3 people here, so we'll have 3 votes in each matchup. There won't be a tie, and we can easily move on to each round. And then we'll have a winner. And as we kind of established with our first season across several years, we do 8 episodes, and then we did a season finale, essentially a box art battle all stars of all the winners of the box art battles to determine the ultimate winner of that season. So we're gonna put one forward after tonight. All right, are we ready to see what we got?
Let's go. Let's do this.
And essentially, when we see the games, then we'll be able to decide. We can hone in on one at a time, and then go through the details. Get more detailed as rounds progress. All right, so let's get around match 1. So we have Middle Earth: Shadow of War Gold Edition on the PlayStation 4, and Halo 5 Guardians on Xbox One only. On Xbox One. Forever, right? Halo will only be on Xbox. All right.
Yep. Only ever.
100%.
Ignore that PlayStation 5 port. Ignore that. It's coming out.
All right.
Really excited for that, by the way, even though I'm excited and dreading it at the same time. But anyway, so I genuinely really like the box art for both of these. I think they're both pretty interesting. Halo 5 Guardians is really cool because it's like, oh, who's this guy who's like facing off against Master Chief? Like, who is this man? It's Spartan Locke, but if you're just picking this up, you're like, and you haven't like followed any of this stuff. It's like, who is this? Who's that? Is he one of the Guardians? What's happening?
I'm sure.
But it's just like it's very simple, but you got like a nice color contrast between Master Chief and Spartan Locke. It's kind of like a muted color palette. There's like some city going on back there. Looks like there's a giant something
symbol. It looks like a symbol. It doesn't even look like
it. So that is one of the Guardians, I think, if memory serves. But that's a whole other thing.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. It's also the only Halo game with a subtitle, I think. Really? Like a numbered Halo. I guess Halo 3 ODST. I guess ODST is a subtitle of some kind, but anyway. But Shadow of War is also cool. Okay. I like the kind of like Mortal Kombat like stuff going on here. I don't know.
I'll say, okay, let's go to Middle Earth Shadow of War for a moment, because I think it's cool, but also it is victim to something that we do see, which is a lot of samey colors in the background. So they're all like brownish in that color range, and so they kind of blend together more than I'd like. I'd like for them to stand out more. From a distance, You really just see the main guy in the middle, and then just kind of this structure behind him. You really got to look in to see each character.
We got Gollum hiding back there, though. You see Gollum? He's just hanging out. Yeah.
No shit, I
Yeah,
didn't even
yeah.
notice.
You don't notice until you look
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. Until you're really looking hard. Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, it is the gold edition. I wonder. I don't remember what the normal box art looks like. I wonder if that has to do with the color palette here. I seem to remember it being just kind of a black kind of background in the normal edition of the game.
It's not even.
Uh,
It's not even like a satisfying gold to it. You know, there's not a
it's
shine to it
not.
though.
No, it's like a bronze almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they
So
should have called it the bronze edition.
So I was originally leaning more towards Shadow of War, but the more I look at it, the more I am uh, less plussed about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, all of the focus on Talion and Celebrimbor. So because that's the whole onus of this Middle Earth games is that Celebrimbor's Wraith is basically working with Talion. You basically revive Talion, and he's essentially so it's like he's split in half there. It's kind of a cool thing, but like yeah, everything else just sort of yeah, it's like all right, you got the orcs and the trolls and you get Sauron back there and a couple towers.
Multiple
But it's
weapons.
just the ring as well, but it's like a lot
I
of it
think
is really just sort of blending together.
I think part of the problem is, apart from it just being maybe a little too busy, is aside from like Tyne and Celebrimbor, I don't know who anyone else is. Like
Well,
it's like yep, those are some Urukai, and yep, those are some humans, and oh hey, there's Gollum if you squint and look hard enough. Like
What's Gollum doing back there? What's he?
so,
What's
like
his story?
I haven't played Shadow of War. I did play Shadow of Mordor, back like when that first came out, and it's like nobody battalion is important, really, or at least sticks with you.
mm-hmm.
So it's like, if they'd gone with a simpler cover that just kind of focused on Talion and like maybe a more recognizable character, that'd be something you'd want on the front. But I feel like just cluttering the front with a bunch of presumably nameless Urukai and some other characters that might be important, I don't know. But it gives it kind of a almost bargain bin look to it.
It's a different series. It's a different series on Tarqaron.
That's a different series that we do on this channel. Yes.
Okay.
uh, the it's interesting though. Yeah, I don't because like yeah, I mean, even if you're just like a Lord of the Rings fan, you're just I guess like I'm thinking about like yeah, picking this game up. You played the other one. You're just like yeah, Talion's really cool, and you're like oh, who are all these other people? I don't know. I guess this looks, but I'm gonna pick it up because I played the other game, which is like I guess, but like if you're just looking at this, it tells you yeah, I think more of a focus just on him, and then maybe the ring still is like a thing in the background. I don't know. I will say I like the different like weapons types, kind of like
I do
surrounding the
like
ring.
those, yeah.
I think that's a really cool
I don't
kind of thing.
think
Almost
they have
Game
enough.
of Thronesy in a
Yeah, they
weird
don't
way.
really have enough. Again, haven't played this game. I'm just going off what I know of the first game. I feel like putting those weapons there doesn't really. Like it has no connection other than yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah,
Which
I
I guess, in terms of an artistic sort of thing, I think maybe that's
right. I mean,
Yeah,
all
you
I can
need.
take from it is that presumably you can use a bunch of different weapons in this game.
Maybe
So
yeah. Which I
if
don't
it,
remember.
I
Could you
don't
do that
know,
in the first game, or do you just
not
have
really.
Italian sword?
I think you just had the sword.
And I
Yeah.
think like ghost arrows or something.
and I don't know. Like I haven't played the Middle Earth games, but again, if I'm viewing this as a game, I'm just seeing. I'll be like, okay, you can play multiple different weapons, and there's a bunch of different characters that you probably can play as too. Maybe just looking at it, it's like a big cast. It's showing like an ensemble cast here, but I don't know whether that
I don't
is
know. I
true.
think doing Italian like that kind of split, like half Italian, half ghostly Celebrimbor, like he's too much of the main character for me to even consider that anyone else might be playable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, But it's like otherwise because I'm just seeing these characters and they're just kind of back there. I mean, our more humanoid characters are not doing much for me. They're just kind of posing, and then you got a bunch of dudes with their weapons out again. More weapons. I didn't even realize that they each have unique weapons too, which adds to the whole weapon ring here.
Yeah, I think I honestly, it's like even if there are other like human characters, men in the in because in Lord of the Rings, even the women, it's men. That's sort of the humans are called are men. But like I almost feel like get rid of them, and because the whole thing is about like recruiting, because I think from memory, I think Shadow of War is sort of all about recruiting your army to fight against the basically like recruiting your own Urukai basically to fight against Sauron's. So like get rid of them. Just maybe focus more on a couple of like Urukai or orcs. Like do
Yeah.
something like that, and then it's just too busy. I think, but
Mhm. It's too
Question: would
Mhm.
it go against the spirit of box art battles to see what the standard edition looks like?
I don't think it has an effect. I think in the past we would look after the fact, but it doesn't. I always just sort of like whatever version we have here is what we'll go with.
yeah,
But oftentimes
Yeah.
I'd realize after the fact, like, man, there's a much better looking version of this box
yeah,
art battle we just didn't happen to get.
it happens sometimes. Yeah, but
All right. Because I'm definitely going to look this up when we're done here. Then.
Mm.
yeah, same.
But yeah,
I'll
I would.
get it. I have it on the shelf back here,
Oh,
so
okay.
somewhere.
I would.
Not the gold edition. I have like the Game of the Year edition or something. So
I would say yeah.
must you get it.
The characters all just kind of blend together too much with the colors all being similar.
Mm.
And gold edition they could really have made a nice looking
Like a nice shine to
some
it. Yeah,
shine
Mhm.
and just if you just picked a couple characters like you're saying and focus more on them rather than it's just
And if
like
they'd actually made it gold.
yeah we don't want to make a decision, so we're just like let's get every character we thought about putting in there, have all our bases covered.
yeah.
I don't
And
know when Shadow of War came out, but it's definitely like pulling from that era that the original Shadow of Mordor came out in, where they desaturated the fuck out of everything.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. I think Shadow of War was 2017, 2018. It was around there because Mordor came out in like 2013, I think 2012, 2013, somewhere around it. I think it was 2013 because it was like right on the cusp of because I think it released on both both Gen 7 and Gen 8 consoles. So like PS3, 360, as well as Xbox One and PS4. Whereas Shadow of War was just for PS4 and Xbox One, but and PC presumably. um, but yeah, I mean, Halo 5 Guardians just leaves a really strong impression. I think
Yeah,
game aside, Halo 5 has its reputation, but like again, not really considering that as a box art. I think it's really strong. I mean, I like the sort of face off sort of vibe. That was like the whole thing around the marketing of that too. It was like Master Chief versus Spartan Locke, and that is kind of a I don't know. It is very evocative of like, ooh, what's going on?
it
It's
has
another
grown on me since I've looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, I was
yeah.
kind of like, oh, this looks a little generic, like two characters facing off a little, kind of played. But I like the contrast of like the visor colors a lot, and I
Mm,
like the background imagery going on behind them. I think that's what's really selling it for me is like, what the fuck is that behind them? Because I have no idea. I haven't played a Halo game since Reach, so I don't know
yeah.
what that is, but I'm intrigued.
Yeah, and they went for like a hand drawn look to it too. So it's interesting. It's almost sketched
Really?
in there. There's not enough detail
Oh,
there.
you mean sort of like the background? Yeah. A
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah, I kind of see what you're talking
Because
about
even when
there.
I
Yeah.
saw who the big guardian is, that just looked like a symbol to me, like a watermark almost at first glance. So it's like interesting style they went with. I kind of
Yeah.
like the background color, and now there's like a little bit of splatter to it. It's one of those things where it's like the Xbox One color scheme it really clashes with it. Like it doesn't go with it at all. But it's like
Get the super green with
yeah.
this. Yeah. But
Well, I assume we're meant to ignore that for this.
Well, actually, it comes in more than you'd think.
it does. But yeah, it does come into play sometimes, especially because like if you think of like multi-console releases, like sometimes we'll get like Switch versions of games, and it's just like it's all cramped and doesn't look very good.
Hmm.
If it's like a port, and
And
so
there's
yeah,
definitely like DS versions of games that are kind of hindered when you have to shove it into this box versus like the Wii version and stuff. But
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean obviously it's not
Yeah.
the most important thing, but yeah, I think it's pretty good. I don't think either of these I'm in love with, but
I'm locking in for Halo 5. I think
Same.
I like it quite a bit.
Yeah. I don't love it, but I do like it.
yeah, I would vote the same. Yeah. All right, so 3 votes to 0. Halo 5 Guardians moving on to the next round. All right, let's go to match 2. It's Monster Hunter World on Xbox One versus Uncharted Drake's Fortune on the PlayStation 3.
Okay.
Okay. Low resolution PlayStation 3.
Yeah, well, not the highest res, but um, I'm gonna be honest. I've always really hated Uncharted Drake's Fortune's box art. I've never liked it.
It's not
I just
giving.
I
It is
don't
not giving at all.
I don't like it. Because the other two are fantastic.
The dynamic, yeah, they got some dynamic ones.
Yeah. What's the second one called again? Thief something.
Among Us.
Among Thieves. That's it. Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, and then Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. Both of those are phenomenal. I will give it credit. It's very green, so it's really given that like foresty vibes. You're in the jungle.
The green.
I'm not even getting foresty vibes. I'm getting like everything is radioactive vibes. But it's like almost glowing green.
That's the skull there, yeah.
It's the skull too, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we'll hone in on
The more I
Uncharted
look
for
at
a
it, the
bit.
more I kind of hate it.
Come on, come on. It's also like the style that they went with, where it's like fading. It's almost like it doesn't fill the whole box. The around the edges here.
Oh yeah, we get some
It's
some of the fading.
I don't know what they're going for. Like
I will say
parchment.
that's maybe the one part I do like is that little bit of texture on the right edge, that kind of white. But like everything from like the radioactive green skull and ferns to like the most generic gunman looking
He's got his back to us. He's got 2 guns out. Wow.
Two guns. He's got
whatever the fuck is going on in the background of like this kind of like dark teal, like
it's like
even shittier green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will say one thing I like about the background is not the color. The color scheme is pretty blah, but I actually like the the sort of like watermark looking stuff. It's very I guess you wouldn't even necessarily know what this is evoking unless you really knew Uncharted, but it is evoking like a map, or like you're exploring. It's like the Indiana Jones thing where it's like you got the map and it's like traveling on the map, which is good because that's clearly what Uncharted was aping. But it's like it is kind of like it's almost too subtle. Like you can't even really tell what you're looking at, like what the watermarks are. Like maybe because like Drake's Fortune, right? You think of, you don't necessarily know what that's referring to. Like who's Drake? Like you're like, what? Who's like Drake and Josh? Like, well, who are we talking about here? But it's like if you knew like the explorer, the great explorer, Sir Francis Drake, then you would know. It's like, oh, okay, it's like evoking the age of exploration. It's like has that sort of thing, and then Nathan Drake is a descendant of that, and so he's carrying on that exploratory
he's
spirit.
A pirate. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, you got a skull here. He's a pirate, right? Meanwhile, Monster Hunter World is just like that's just awesome.
It's much. I mean, it's much better, right? I mean,
Yeah. I can't tell if I like it because it's good or because it's not Uncharted Drake's Fortune.
Ooh, that's the contrast
Oh, damn.
right next to it.
Yeah.
The
Like,
juxtaposition.
it's not doing anything particularly special. Like, we have Big Sword Man, we have Big Bow Girl, we have little cat friend, we have Big Dragon, fuck it, I know the name. Rassalos, right?
Yeah, I think it's a
Yeah,
Rathalos, yeah.
Rassalos from the critically acclaimed MMO Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood expansion.
Hmm.
There was a Monster Blood sorry, Monster Blood. Monster Hunter crossover, I guess.
Not only that, there was another one recently too.
Oh, okay. All right, neat.
I played a little bit of Wild, and I want to like this game, but I can't get into it.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like I don't know. From my understanding is that they sort of dropped the ball a little bit with Wilds, but I remember Monster Hunter World even when that year one when that came out, it was like people were like, "Oh, it's really good, but there's nothing to do," and it's like, well, that's kind of unfortunately that's kind of the problem with Monster Hunter until they start adding more stuff through updates. But in any case, I I mean, kudos to Capcom has just a extremely talented like their whatever studios like part of their studio that's dedicated to CG stuff. I like always high quality. Like it's been as high quality as since I can remember. Um, and like really kind of selling this sort of world aspect. You really see this huge kind of expanse. You see the trees here, but then it goes off to the coast and see like there's this land behind there. So it is sort of selling this idea of a world. And of course there's the big monster that you're facing off against. So it's like, oh well, what other monsters are there out there? So it does kind of evoke that the kind of the sense of fun that you might get from killing a bunch of monsters, which is the whole point of the game. So
Yeah, I think I'm kind of always a sucker when it comes to these RPG type games when they have a nice blue open sky coming into the box art. It's just
Mhm.
like that's just nice. It feels nice to look at and makes you want to get in there. Versus when you see these darker colored box arts, not as much like draws you in. And you can already see
Yeah,
just in this little bit you get a lot of depth from where we are versus in the background. So that's always nice.
yeah. I know it's not the focal point, but I really do like the background of this a lot. Like I
Mm.
like the little cove, kind of the uh, on the left. I like the blue sky. I like this kind of like green, lush, like spire mountain thing. Like it's definitely getting me more invested in the world. I'm like, ooh, this looks like a really interesting place. I'd like to explore that and kill monsters in it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And he's
Um,
just got the Mr. Rathalos looking right at us. He's
he's
looking
coming
at us.
in. He's gonna eat that guy. Maybe eat the cat. He'll probably eat the cat first.
It's
That's
Not my
probably too
little.
small.
it's his world. I'm hearing Discord. Well, it's his world.
It's his world. But no, that's from Sonic. That's from Sonic 2006.
Hmm. I mean, do we need to really talk much more? Because we know what's going on to the next round, and then we could talk about it further.
yeah.
We could talk about the. I like to talk about the logos themselves or the title. You know, like
Yeah, I was gonna
Uncharted. What
bring
do you
that
think
up.
of Uncharted?
So the Uncharted, like the actual logo of Uncharted, I don't know. I actually think the logo is fine. Maybe that its positioning on the box is a little weird, though. I guess I don't know where else you'd put it. Um,
It's
but
fine.
yeah, it's fine. The Monster Hunter World. I Here's the thing. I liked the older logos for Monster Hunter more. This is a little more like it's a lot more like generic. I mean, it is a serif font, so it does have that kind of like refined sort of look to it. But I do like the the O being like an I, having like
Mhm.
the little slash through it. That's pretty cool. Um, so
I I like the kind of crest behind it,
Mm,
but it's also like a little translucent, and you can really only see it when the wings are right behind it. It feels like there's a little bit that goes off into the blue sky that you just cannot see.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so yeah, it's pretty generic to me, honestly. Like
Yeah.
the typography of it. If I didn't know what Monster Hunter was and I just saw it, I'd be like, oh, it's just one of those, random RPG. But
I think
wouldn't do
having
much
the
more.
crest behind it and the stylized O does a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because without those, it would just be like it feels like corporate. I don't know. It just feels very like this is the right decision to make for this font for this
But
Monster Hunter world and
sometimes
to
you don't
sell
need
it.
anything crazy, especially when the rest of the box art is nice and like it's
That's
got
true.
enough life to it. Because maybe the logo would detract from it if it was kind of more out there.
Yeah, it could
But
be a little too busy otherwise.
I mean, just Uncharted. I mean, they're going for the scuffed look. Ironically, like that's what they're going for with the logo and
Yeah,
the tearing, because it's like people fucking up maps over time, I guess.
yeah, and the
Yeah,
writing, it's like handwritten, like it's from a journal or something, and
that's right.
um, and you have this. Meanwhile, you have the Spider-Man PlayStation logo. We have that going
Hmm.
on. The early era of the PS3.
Hate it. But
I don't like it. um,
yeah, I'm
some
voting for
people are very
Monster
fond
Hunter.
of that,
I'm
though.
voting for Monster Hunter right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, let's go to the next round. Pokemon Y on the 3DS versus Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. Oh, here we go again. These Mario games really want to just come in here. Oh man, they're gonna
I
wreak
think we
havoc
had
on this
Mario.
bracket, aren't
Did
they?
we have? I think we had the original Mario Kart 8 on an earlier bracket. I want to say
We
on the Wii U. I
no,
feel it. Did we not?
no. We did have Mario Kart
Oh, okay.
64, which won last episode.
Oh yeah. Oh
Isn't that
yeah.
right?
That's right. It did. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So we can't let it happen again.
We might though.
We
This is
cannot.
here's the thing. This is really Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's box art for as busy as it is. It's still really good.
It's giving
Yeah.
like it's very much the same energy of Splatoon 2, which also famously won
One.
box art battles.
Yeah, it did.
It's got that same like wow, it's over sensory
Energy.
overload, but it works. I mean, it's the whole aesthetic of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's really going in to the is a colorful aesthetic in general, and then plus you just double down with the Rainbow Road of it all, and we
Hmm.
got fireworks and shit popping off. It's a lot
And then
going on.
we also show the guest characters as well. We got Link, the Inkling from Splatoon, and Isabelle from Animal
Yeah.
Crossing.
And I like them being
Yeah.
on the upside down road too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They got to earn their way to get right side up with the Mario characters.
that's that's right. Um, yeah, I mean, it's really great. The that was something that like I remember really kind of appreciating about the effort Nintendo was putting in, especially in the Wii U era, for very high quality looking character models on all of their stuff. I mean, it always looked really, really good. All the Mario stuff looked great of that era, and this just sort of is like a, uh, it's just another execution of the same idea. You get the really like the lighting is just really good. You get really great shading on all of the character models. The reflection on Mario's the sort of hood of Mario's cart here is really great. It's reflecting different lights. Um, but like the shading on both Peach and Bowser all looks really good. Um, and yeah, you really get the like also the deluxe part of the logo really sells again that Rainbow Road aesthetic. You really get the wow, they've got everything in this game. It's
Mm-hmm.
deluxe. What more could you
Oh
want?
my god! And there's just reflections off of Mario's vehicle, just
Oh yeah.
nice and shiny.
Yeah, you can see Mario's mustache in the reflection. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for.
I think for me, it's maybe a bit too shiny, like a little too reflective.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like
Mm.
the minorest of nitpicks.
They can't keep getting away with
Right?
it. Someone's got to come take this guy down. Is it?
Someone's gotta
Well, hold on. Is it gonna be Pokemon Y with what's his name?
Yveltal.
Yveltal. All right.
Yeah, Yveltal's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's like what this is. Like, yo,
He doesn't
what's
he? He
good?
kind of looks
Come,
stupid on
come.
this box art. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Look, he's like going.
Yveltal,
He's like doing a little like, whoa, going
he's
out of
coming
the
at you.
way. No, he's going. It
He's
looks
coming
like
at
he's
you.
going away.
Oh, he's like, oh, it's like
No,
that. Like
fading
what?
back.
Like, well, maybe.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
because
maybe some of that.
he's not striking his
Mm.
best Y pose. But then you have the Y and the logo, and then you have the Y behind him. A lot of Y going on.
Yeah. I'll be real. This one's doing nothing for me.
Mm. I hate to hear it.
Like
This
normally
is
I respect the simplicity, but this is just
mm,
like if you're gonna keep it this simple, like the Pokemon you put on the front has to at least like
Yeah,
it has to be a good one.
yeah. He's
Has to
not
be
the
an
most
interesting design.
iconic
And I
design.
don't think that's a good design.
yeah. I think of the two, Xerneas is much better. It's the sort of the deer looking one. It's got the
Oh yeah,
antlers
no,
coming up, and
I
yeah,
adore that one.
yeah.
It's too bad we got
Um,
Pokemon
I mean, you
Y.
put antlers on anything, I'm gonna fall in love with it. But I do like that one a lot.
Mm.
yeah. Um,
What do you?
yeah.
What?
It's kind of too bad. This is the one I was stuck with. I got
Stuck
Y. All
with.
my friends got X. I think Chris. I was like, Chris got X. I don't remember who else
I
was
got
involved in
X.
all this. I think you got X.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Y. But I with my with the no, not Charmander, the Torchic, I got like one of the best from the like scratcher or whatever that I got. I got like the best nature for that Torchic possible. Like I was that thing was
All
amazing.
right,
I
but
loved my
let's get down to the
laser.
nitty gritty. What do
Okay.
we think of the Y in the logo, and how does that make you feel?
I don't like it either.
Okay. I think yeah, I don't love Yveltal. I don't really like its design all that much. I don't love the Y in the logo is fine. I think
It's not fine.
what's actively bothering me is actually the Y behind it all. It's just like
Yeah.
Oh
too
my
much
god!
Y. That's actually
Actually,
really
it
bothering
actually
me.
would
Actually,
look.
hold on. You know
It
what's actually bothering me the
would.
most? I
What?
don't like the weird kind of beveled look they gave the Pokemon logo either.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Oh yeah.
Like it kind of looks like shit.
Yeah. But
So-
no, I like what Alec was saying though. I think that actually is big. This Y, if they just opened it up and we were just in this nice, beautiful sky, I think it would hit so much better. Because what we got within the Y, it looks nice.
Yeah.
It looks like a beautiful backdrop we could have
That
had,
actually, yeah, no, that would do a lot.
and just we have
Because
this
like this
darkness
Pokemon,
covering
this
it
kind of
up.
like this kind of like dark red and black Pokemon contrasted with like that beautiful like blue bright sky would do a lot.
Yeah.
so I don't remember Yveltal's typing. It might have been I think it was dark flying. I don't remember. Um everyone's all of our Pokemon friends are screaming at me, of course, but I don't know. I almost wonder if because Xerneas was like I think it was a fairy type because this was the introduction of fairy type Pokemon because it was a fairy something else type, I don't remember. And I think from memory that box art was very bright just in general. It probably had an X in the background too. I'm probably forgetting completely.
Oh yeah, I'm
Um,
sure.
but I think almost would have made a nice contrast, like maybe doubling down on the dark type of this thing, making it all sort of that dark blue, but like really honing in on the clouds, like making the contrast of the dark blue with the clouds, like really emphasizing that to really kind of give a little bit more depth going on here. I'm getting kind of nothing from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Uh,
phoned this one in. They phoned this one in.
yeah.
Like it's not even a cool pose for this freak to be doing.
I
Yeah,
don't
I don't
hate
love
the
the pose.
pose. I just wish that more interesting Pokemon was doing it.
Yeah, if any other Pokemon was doing that exact pose, there's a lot of others.
Lugia doing that pose. Lugia is one of my favorite. Is
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite Pokemon. So Lugia doing that pose would be awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
Lugia has a "come at me, bro" pose on the Soul Silver
Yeah.
box art.
I
So
Yes.
love it.
Yeah, it's true.
so
And those are so much better. Those are so much better box arts. I mean, there's so many other Pokemon box arts that are just like this. Just swap out a different
Yeah.
Pokemon. Don't do any of the weird Y thing in the background. Don't make a weird like force the Pokemon into the letter and make a furry Y out of it in this crazy creation we have in the logo. That's disturbing to me, actually. I don't know how that's supposed to make me feel. It just isn't good with the furry Y.
yeah, I don't know. I don't. It's not my favorite. I'll say
I
that.
think we can send it
No,
off to the
there really
farm.
isn't much about this that I can't think of any one element that's really doing anything for me.
It's playable in 2D and 3D, and 3D mode is for 8 to 7 and up. See back.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't know
really
about
gotta
that.
emphasize that for the kiddos. You gotta make sure they're not blinding themselves because our market is those kids, is kids that age. That's Pokemon right there.
I'm voting for
So
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
yeah, I am too.
Yeah, same.
All right. 3 O's.
All right.
So maybe this is perfectly seated and we'll have a compelling bracket
Yeah.
moving forward.
Why did you? I don't know why you two needed another person. This seems pretty easy. It's been unanimous in the bracket so far.
It gets harder. It can get harder later on.
Yeah. Let's see the next one. We got Digimon Rumble Arena 2 on the GameCube versus the King of Fighters Collection, the Orochi Saga on the Wii. Whoa. These are some
Okay.
weirdos we got in the mix.
Okay, now we've got some more interesting looking ones.
Yeah,
Also
these are
ones I
both
know nothing
both
about.
interesting. Both very interesting. Because they kind of like have very similar sort of like weight to because like some of the like angling of
Oh my
stuff is
god,
really
there's some questionable
Also,
things in here. Wow.
Now,
Is this
how much do we judge it based on like GameCube era 3D?
I mean, it comes into it does come
it
into
does come into it
because
it
like
comes into
it's
it.
a conscious
But also,
decision
like-
of whether like you choose to use the models knowing they don't look perfect, or do go for super stylized, which some games do. So it's their
'Cause,
choice
like, yeah, those models kind of look like shit, but also like
in the
I'm
best
getting
way
to that point where
possible.
I'm a bit nostalgic for it.
Yeah.
It is kind of charming. Well, remember Mario Kart 64 won our that
True.
won a previous box art, like the whole thing.
Yeah, but
So
I
like
feel like
some
N64
of that
3D
3D
is like N64 3D and like PS1. It's like it's blocky enough to like almost be considered stylized, whereas
Yeah,
like the kind of
fair.
GameCube era is where we're getting into that like really uncanny territory, especially with like the textures and the shading just being so not good.
It's just not
Yeah,
quite
it's-
right. They
Yeah.
tried. They thought like they were doing stuff that they were in their minds. It's like what we see on the PlayStation 5 now. That's what they're doing, but and we're really limited at the time in some of these. Like you look at like GameCube cutscenes and stuff. There's some scarring stuff in there. Like with these cursed character models.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at both of these now, and like they're both kind of jank in very different ways.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
like I was saying, the Digimon one, it's like, it's that era of, bad 3D. Like they have more polygons, but they haven't figured out shading and textures yet. The King of Fighters one, it's like kind of low quality. Like they get stylized, but it almost looks kind of like there was some like sizing, like it's not like JPEG artifacting, but it's like the resolution looks kind of weird. And I don't know if that's the image or how it actually looks. There's almost like a weird kind of the drop shadow effect looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
There's like almost a little bit of like it looks a little like unfocused, like not in terms like focus in terms of like a camera unfocused.
Oh yeah, that's totally some of the like the
Right.
red outlining like you see on basically all the characters have like a weird outlining on them, and that kind of like adds like a sort of like a a blur, an image blur to it in a weird
Yeah,
way.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Oh, but hey, he's got a Smash Brothers invitation here, right here.
Yeah,
It's
it
got,
is literally, yeah. That's the
yeah, it's a
wow, ahead
Smash
of his
Brothers
time.
invitation. He's got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
knew?
not a huge fan of this box art for the King of Fighters because I don't like sometimes you can use the blank space or the negative space effectively, like when you have all that white in the top left, but it just doesn't do anything for me, and it's everybody's just kind of
Yeah.
over here for some reason. I don't know. It's not giving me much.
Also, that like kind of logo up on top, like the KOF,
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah,
there.
I hate that.
What
Yeah,
Real
is
what
that?
is?
connection.
Is
The
that a
letters
part?
are
Is that
like
a part of a character's
disconnected.
design or something? I don't know why else it would be there.
Yeah, it looks weird.
Does someone have like a KOF keychain that they dangle in their hair?
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know.
There's also like a panther. I just noticed that all of a sudden
Oh
there's like a
yeah,
panther coming up there.
Ooh, yeah.
It's kind of that's okay.
I do like the Panzer actually.
Yeah, the panther's kind of cool, but yeah, I don't
Also,
like that KOF. It also like it
no.
says
Also,
Kobo F.
yeah. Also, while we're shitting on logos, this logo is too much. Like,
Uh,
Yeah,
it's too much.
Fighting
yeah.
games be like that sometimes too, though. Mm,
Okay. So in its defense, it feels very arcadey,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and like
Mhm.
it does feel like an art. I mean, it's way too much stuff. It's like the Orochi Saga bleeding into the collection, bleeding into King of Fight. It's just like God,
Yeah,
it's
like
just too much.
maybe bump the Orochi Saga down a little bit, separate it from the King of Fighters collection logo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but I do like the sort of I do like the very like, oh, this is like arcadey, that kind of feeling to it is kind of cool. But yeah, it's a lot.
I gotta bring
Um,
up something about Digimon now. All right. This is the
okay.
first thing that stood out. I think I would actually really like this box art if for not doing this thing that so many box arts do for some reason. Is why are we putting a box within this box? I don't understand that. Why are we framing a portion of it? I don't even understand the stylistic choice. And then we just kind of have the logo spilled out of it, and then the outside is
I
just
mean,
doesn't look great outside
I
of the
Yeah.
get
frame.
why they're so I don't like the execution, but I get why they're doing it. Because if you look at the border, you can see all the little lines running into it, like it's a computer chip, and you're looking
Oh yeah,
inside
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
gotcha.
like
Okay.
that makes perfect sense.
They're
I
digital.
don't think it's well executed because I
Yeah,
don't like this
No.
kind of like plastic army man green.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like that at all.
I'm telling you,
Um,
like this, and every time I see a box art like this, there's a lot surprisingly that do this with like some weird frame within it. Like whenever I see this, I'm like, man, if that just was the whole box art, I would think it would look much better. But I mean, I guess it adds to the effect of having. I forget what this gentleman on the right, what his name is, but his in the foreground
gentlemen.
over the frame. I forget Digimon names. I knew some of them once upon a
Quick,
time.
Dubs. We
Uh,
got to get Dubs. Dubs
yeah,
loves
where's
Digimon.
Subs? The one on the left is Greymon, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
I
And I know that guy. I've seen that guy around.
it's gonna bother me too because I fucking know this.
Yeah,
Also, why is there like this like weird Easter Island head?
why not?
Like,
Yeah, I was actually about to mention that. That guy is wild.
so like the I don't hate the posing.
Hmm.
Like it's a little weird and like the perspective's a little off, but I don't hate it. Like I like Greymon kind of putting the one leg up on the bridge railing and Wolfmon, I'm just gonna call him Wolfmon, kind of jumping back and like moving away from the breath. Like
Yeah,
there's a lot about this box where it's like I like what they were going for. I just don't think it was executed well.
Mm.
definitely. Yeah, try to figure out this guy's name.
Yeah, I'm looking up the Digimon that were playable in
Well, that was like
Rumble
one of
Arena
the two main guys, like
2. Is it
Garurumon.
Rurumon.
Oh,
That's
Rurumon.
Garurumon.
Okay. Garurumon.
Yes,
Okay.
that's who it is. All right. anyway, that guy, whatever his name is, he is. I like what they did with the where he's popping out, and I think that's what they're going for, jumping through the foreground. But
Yeah.
I just think it would have benefited if you just expanded it, had some of that, the full wherever they're fighting backdrop, because I'm already kind of like I'm kind of into what we're seeing here. It's kind of seems like it'd be fun. You know, Garurumon is taking in the flames straight to the mouth. It's like mouth to mouth, flames going right in, very close proximity. But yeah,
So I think
Yeah,
actually,
it's
honestly, both of these box arts are like, I like what they're going for. I just don't think either of them do it well.
it
But
will.
like the idea that I think they're going for is very good for both of them.
And we did touch on the logo for King of Fighters, so we should talk about this Rumble Arena 2 logo. What do we think of this? It's like
It's
steaming.
very kind of its era, like with how like kind
yeah,
of bubbly the font is.
Yeah.
yeah, it feels very like I was gonna say it feels like
Is that one
feels very
boxing game we had on Boxer Battles? Forget what it's called.
I don't know if like I don't know if I like that Rumble Arena N2 are all incredibly different fonts.
yeah.
Like at least with like the King
Rumble.
of Fighters, like the fonts all share like some commonality, even though they're a little different for each line. These are all just so vastly different in like every way conceivable.
Yeah, they all have that sort of gradient look to them.
Mhm.
On King of Fighters, but like here is it's like Rumble has very much feels like that like for like 4 kids kind of feeling to it, for lack of a better for lack of a better like explanation. But it's like it feels very like woo, it's like wacky, like kiddie kind of like in a kind of like a playful sort of way.
Mhm.
And Arena is like very serious, and then the 2 is like feels like a King of Fighters like font. Like I don't know, it just it's a little odd.
Yeah, so it
Um,
reminded me of Ready to Rumble Boxing is what it was. That's what it.
that's it. Yeah, Ready to
Mhm.
Rumble. That's
It's
right. Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
similar. And of course, when you get Rumble in there, you got to start the font's got to start going crazy.
The whole font is like exploding with steam. The M is just like can't contain
I
itself.
just see another world where this boxer could have been so much better. It just felt like okay, we
Yeah.
don't know where to put these logos, so let's put Digimon up here. Let's put this logo right here, and then just put all the action down here. You know, it's like we don't know where to put our logos to not cover up
I
the
don't
action.
I don't hate the layout.
Mm-hmm.
I think the logo placement's fine. It's just the logos themselves are just kind of a little disparate and
Well,
janky.
to me, it's like it will. I think one thing that's kind of bumping me a little bit too is like you really have to have the Digimon Digital Monsters logo. It specifically has to be the branding logo, and then you have the Rumble Arena 2. Like feels like it's like an
Mhm.
afterthought almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very like weird to me, and like I don't know, it's taking up like so much of the real estate.
It is,
Um,
but they've already left so much
yeah,
real estate by putting most of the action in the little
tiny little box.
CPU
That's
screen.
what my theory is. They only did that because they didn't know where to put the logos. I think they just let's scooch
Yeah,
all the action down to the bottom left now because we don't
but
really know.
again, good idea, bad execution. I like that they have the logos like Digimon and then Rumble Arena 2 so separate like that
Mm-hmm.
because it avoids the problem that the King of Fighters logo has of it just being too much.
Here's my one. I imagine a nice box art would be is if say you put Rumble Arena 2 right under where Digimon is, and then you just expand that whole box art. What we're seeing in the bottom left, expand it, shrink the logos a little bit, and then we got a fun dynamic box art. Just the logos in the top left, not bothering anybody. That's
Mm.
my ideal
Yeah,
version of it.
I would shrink Digimon a bit and put Rumble Arena 2 to the right of it instead. That way we have
Okay.
more like vertical real estate.
Yeah, that would actually that would work. I think.
King of Fighters.
Um,
Anything else you want to say about King of Fighters as well?
a lot of reds, lot of. I like the little splash of yellow with that one character's hair. You
Is
just a little bit of something going on
these
there.
two characters just hanging out in the middle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I there's so much not working about this for me, but I
Mm.
almost want to give it to it just on style points alone, even though I don't think it's done very well.
Hmm.
I will say one thing that works extremely well is it is very like, even though I said that it does have that splash of yellow, it is very like consistent with its color palette. It is very like dark reds, black, some splashes of yellow and orange in there too. Just kind of like all sort of that blending together. That's
Mhm.
kind of nice. I think it works because it fits also the King of Fighters logo. The Fighters is very like red and yellow
Yeah.
in that, and
And I
so like the
really
rest of
like
the
Dude.
box art goes with that.
the kind of white, almost like graffiti stencil city down there, or whatever that
Oh
is.
yeah,
I do like that a lot too.
Hmm.
he has like a chain link fence coming across there around the
Or
SNK
barbed wire.
or barbed wire. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
not chain link, but barbed wire.
All right, well, I feel
Um,
very confident about my vote, so I will just say I'm voting for Digimon Rumble Arena 2.
okay, okay.
I know I had more nice things to say about Digimon, but I think I actually think you get the King of Fighters.
Okay.
Okay, I'm the tiebreaker here. As much as I like Easter Island head guy back there, he's just kind of just like, oh, what's going? Why they're fighting? What's happening?
Uh-huh.
I have to give it to King of Fighters. I think I it does have its issues, um, but I
Oh
think it's
my
more
gosh.
effective at sticking to that color palette kind of idea, the sort of 2D art, just like emphasizing the art of the King of Fighters as
Yeah,
opposed to Digimon. Just like if it wasn't as cramped feeling, like it feels like it's all sort of like, I feel like it would have been a lot nicer, but yeah,
yeah.
it's just
I think
Oh
cramped.
it's
my
also just
god.
really shows just how much having a good style, like how far that goes, even if it isn't done amazingly well. It really kind
Mm,
of makes up for what it is lacking.
yeah.
Not for me. This is a mistake.
Okay. Well,
I
whatever,
really I
Zach.
like the Digimon. It's a lot
You
more
sh-
fun. I mean, look at the
I like it too.
if you took the
I'm not
negative space
disagreeing.
of King of Fighters and put that Easter Island head in there, tell me it doesn't make it 1,000 times better. Come on. All right, well, King of Fighters collection, the Orochi Saga, the one everybody talks about this game. Let's moving on to the next round.
I've never heard of this before. I mean, I know King of Fighters, but I've never heard of this game in my
Yeah.
life.
All right,
So,
let's
all
go
right,
to match number 5.
all right.
Oh, a jump scare. Hold on. All right. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection on PlayStation 4 versus Tommy Lasorda Baseball on Sega Genesis.
Okay, so like we already know which ones we're picking, right?
I,
Like we can still
I,
talk about it,
I
but
couldn't
like
keep my eyes off of him. That's absolutely
I,
right.
oh, poor Tommy Lasorda. I mean, just like, oh boy. Oh,
Genesis on that
gee.
baseball.
That
It was very
that
classy.
awful Genesis, the font, it's like supposed to be like the Dodgers font, but it just says Genesis instead. That's
It was
terrible. That looks
classy.
awful. The Sega
also
logo
like
on his hat
what
doesn't
is
look
that?
Oh
much better
my
either.
god. I
Like
wish.
what is that facial expression?
Damn, I would gladly vote for this game if it was like a box art that was really bad, but I do just at first glance the Cowabunga collection is it's a fun look. I
Like
like it.
it's the Cowabunga collection. Like I actually like really love this.
Yeah.
Like I love just all the different styles and all the little cutouts.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it's
I
really
also
selling it to
love that.
me. Like like the really cartoony one, the really kind of like gritty, more realistic ones, the kind of like more like comic booky looking ones. Like I love all the different styles. I like how they're separated by these little like page tear looking things.
It's
Yeah.
really fun. I also love like the bottom one there with like Shredder looking down at all of them is
Yeah.
so cool. I
Hmm.
think that's so great. Um yeah, it really works really well. I
So
think the
is there a lot of games on the Cowabunga collection? Is that what it is? Is it like this
there
many games,
is,
as
yes.
many as there are scraps of
So
paper here?
one of the really cool things about the Cowabunga collection is that it not only includes like all the different sort of Turtles games, it has a bunch of the different versions of them. So it has like I think it has like Hyperstone Heist as well as Turtles in Time. So Hyperstone Heist was the Turtles in Time, I think, port on the Genesis, but it also has the Turtles in Time, the Super Nintendo version. And then I also think it has Turtles in Time, the arcade version. So it has like all these different versions of all the games on it, as well as like arcade versions of 1 and 2. I think it has like the NES versions. It has like a bunch of. I don't know if it has like it is like super like completely comprehensive, but it has a lot of the different versions of the games on it. So like that is really, I think that's one thing that's really cool, is that it does. You do really get that feeling that it's got a lot of all the different sort of things that you like about the Turtles in it.
But
As sort of
with as fun and dynamic as that box art is, I couldn't help but notice my eyes gravitating towards the right the entire time I'm looking at Tommy Lasorda. So something
he's really just making eyes with you.
There's got to be something to that.
This might be the least flattering image of Tommy Lasorda, maybe known to man.
Maybe of anyone.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
certainly anyone who's ever graced the Sega Genesis box, most likely.
Also, like, I don't know how loosely his cap is on his head, but like, if it's fit like a normal hat, how like tall is his forehead?
Okay, yeah.
It might just be like up over his head. You know, baseball caps can sometimes do that.
Yeah, he has to adjust it. But I mean, look, with Tommy Lasorda, you got to look at the layers to the background, though. There are layers to this.
There is an attractive green and yellow and 2 shades of white.
Four distinct layers.
I'm getting Dodger Stadium out of this. Is what I'm getting. That's really what I'm getting.
That's what it evokes.
That's what I'm getting.
And he's sporting the Sega hat and the Genesis baseball, as you do when you're on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, it's really rough. I will say I like the I do like this era of Genesis boxes because you get the sort of the grid layout, the black grid.
I do like the grid.
So you do have that. I really like that as opposed to like the candy stripe. I don't really love candy stripe Genesis boxes, but
yeah.
So you do get that. That's nice. This was made by Sega. Sega's Sports was really like a big push. It was like the Sega Sports are really a big driving part of the catalog of the Sega Genesis as opposed to the Super Nintendo, because they had all these licenses basically for a lot of different sports that Nintendo didn't have as many of them. But man, that's just rough. Rough.
Wow.
I like they should have just used a real picture of Tommy Lasorda like they did with most other celebrities that they would use on these. They would actually just have a picture of them and not.
Well, what do you think of that baseball logo though? Isn't that fun?
It doesn't even wrap onto the baseball. It doesn't even wrap onto the baseball. It looks like it's just like stamped on the box.
No, I mean Genesis. The logo of the word baseball.
The baseball
typography.
Oh yeah. It's whimsical. It's sport, baseball. You know.
Yeah, sometimes that's all they would do, and especially this era, they just like take one word, go whoa, and it's like, all right, you sold me. I'm down.
Yeah, well, there was like Tony La Russa baseball was like another thing too.
Whoa, it's very much a similar vein.
Yeah, I mean that's how they would sell a lot of these. A lot of these games, you'd have like the celebrity. I mean, heck, Madden alone as a franchise that was sold on John Madden's name, one of the great coaches of all time.
Heard of him?
So you've heard of him, of course. So they were doing that with all these different. And they were doing that for forever. Like there's John Elway quarterback was like a. That was like that game was terrible. It was
Kelly
really
Slater's
bad,
Pro Surfer.
Was that? Oh, that was a thing, wasn't it? Tony Hawk, of course. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready to vote? I mean, let's.
Yeah. Okay.
Seems pretty.
Poor Tommy Lasorda.
Pretty obvious.
Yeah, the Cowabunga collection. I really like that a
'Cause
lot.
we can
Yeah,
go into that
100%.
more in another round.
Like, it's
right?
not even just that the baseball one is bad. It's just that, like, the Turtles one is actually just really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm voting for Tommy Lasorda baseball.
just as a pity
That's
vote.
all I'm saying. So lock in your
All right.
votes.
All right. Yeah, Turtles and Cowabunga
Yep,
collection.
Turtles.
Okay, by the skin of its teeth. By the skin of its teeth.
Just
It's
barely
2-1
above.
vote.
Wow.
Tommy Lasorda. We'll see you in the
Jeez,
losers
man.
bracket, maybe.
Yeah, there is no losers. There's no such thing.
All right, next match. Oh, what the
Oh,
fuck?
Ooh.
Whoa. Top Trumps
what?
Turbo on the PlayStation
What?
Vita versus World of Warcraft.
Okay.
Hold
First of all,
on.
that World of Warcraft box is awesome.
Yeah,
I still have
but
my original, but I have the one with the Night Elf and the Dwarf on it.
Oh, okay, okay.
but Top Trumps Turbo is one of the best box arts I've ever seen. Wow.
Okay, so do we know what Top Trumps is, by the way? I do, but do either of you know?
I do not
I
know.
do not, but of course you would. This is
So
right up your alley.
so so this is Top Trumps, from my understanding, is kind of a British thing. I don't think it's I don't know
Peggy.
if it ever crossed the pond or not. I don't really know, but I'm aware of Top Trumps thanks to a YouTuber that a friend of mine, Tara's, got me on. Our friend Josh. There's a YouTuber by the name of Ashens, and he like reviews stuff on like like a couch or whatever. There was one thing that he did. He reviewed like a Top Trumps like space version. So Top Trumps essentially, from my understanding, was like this card game where you'd basically have all these like lists of category. I have no idea how this would work for a video game, by the way. But basically, you'd have this card, and it would have this thing, and it would have like a year, like date of birth, and then like different stats, basically um about each thing.
Uh-huh.
And then like you'd choose like a certain category to be like, I'm gonna choose this, like say okay, so for this like the space phenomenon one, which is the one he reviewed because it was notorious for being extremely inaccurate. Like date of discovery for like the moon was like 1937 or something like that. It was like yeah, nobody knew the moon was there until 1937 apparently. And the but basically you pick like from these categories, and you try to pick the one that has like the biggest number basically. So you're trying to trump the other the other cards. You'd be like, oh well, I'm gonna pick this thing, and it'll beat your so for like a little card game. That's how that works. I have no idea how that would work for a video game at all. Like, what do you get? Harry Styles versus Justin Bieber? Like, what do you like? Harry Styles' hair length is this versus Justin Bieber's or something. Like, I don't know what you would. I don't even know how to begin with that. Top Trumps
Thankfully,
Turbo.
we don't need to know how it works. We just need to know how good the box art is.
It's
And let's talk
true,
about
and it's really bad. I mean,
it.
Really, really
yeah,
bad.
it's. I mean, you do have some very British things on here. You've got Lord of the Rings. We've got Doctor Who. We have Harry
Yeah,
Styles and Justin Bieber.
I don't know
sure.
if I'd call Lord of the
Sure.
Rings particularly British.
I wouldn't. Most of them aren't British. Like Doctor Who is British, but
Just Doctor Who, Lord of the Rings. Well, Sir Ian McKellen is British,
where is
right?
he?
And Lord of the
Oh, he's
Yeah.
Rings.
there. I'll go see him.
Tolkien's British. I think Lord of the Rings is even though it is like its own world and
It's
universe and all
fantastic.
that stuff. There's something very distinctly British about it at the same time. But then you also have Family Guy and Angry Birds,
Family
and
Guy
also
is
Justin
pretty
Yeah.
Bieber is not
British.
British.
Like, this whole box art, like, there's not something quantifiable that makes a box art look like, oh, this is definitely shovelware. But
Mm.
it's a vibe, and you know it when you see it. And this is like the most shovelware box art
Yeah, I mean they
of, like,
didn't do it.
especially that kind of like Wii era of like
Yeah.
shovelware, where there was just so fucking much of it.
Mm.
Just,
The
what's your favorite part of this box art? Can you compliment this box art?
No,
I like
no, I really can't.
I like that the TARDIS is on. Mike Wazowski and the TARDIS are both on it. I
Mike,
think that's pretty
do
cool.
we compliment the character designs of characters they did not create that are on the box art? Mike Wazowski's a pretty
We
good
get
character
the
design.
we have
Yeah,
the
and if they
family
crop those images pretty good.
I mean,
the Family Guy families there. We've got the
look at them fading away. These icons. I guess this
Yeah.
is like iconic Top Trump's style. They're all in these little boxes and
But
they're shooting
okay,
off.
but like let's actually look at the actual art that they put on here.
Yeah, let's look
It
at
is
that.
just not very good.
Yeah. Background is bad. The logo. What in the world are they doing with this?
What is that? Okay, so you see the little hat that's on the guy on the bottom, if that's even a guy. I don't even know what that is. That looks like a
Yeah,
little
what is
monster
that?
thing. Do you see that the hat looks like one of those things, you know, like the for like packages, like Amiibo.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
like
it
hanging
is.
on stuff.
That's what it
yeah,
is.
Yeah.
it's the hanger. What is that? What is that?
Yeah, is that like
I just so happen to have this here. So
yeah, is that a
that's
backwards
so
baseball cap that is weirdly cropped? I don't
weird. That
know.
looks like a I don't know. I don't know what that thing
Also,
is. I don't know what he is.
like I'm looking at the background too, and it's like we've got like a mountain range. There's like a farmland in the front. We've got like a monster climbing up the fucking Roku City over here. Like, what is?
Roku. Oh my
That's
god,
right.
yes. Roku City
Uh,
has more artistic integrity than this thing does.
It's true. It does harken back to that. Also,
Yeah.
this path in the front. Why is there lines through this? Because it looks like a dirt
Is this
path.
supposed to be like a farm
Yeah.
plot, maybe?
Really, just
Or
one long strip
maybe. I
through
was
the
thinking like a
forest.
sidewalk, maybe.
Yeah, but
Like a
it
sidewalk?
doesn't
No,
look
I
like a
think it's
sidewalk.
just like a weird perspective.
All right, it's all a matter of
Maybe.
I don't
perspective.
know. So far, I'm
The
confident
top
calling this my least favorite thus far.
I don't you love the also the like sketchy like whoa the T and the O and the
I do
P and like
not. I do
they're all like
not. Why
sketchy
is
looking
Top and Turbo so
outlines.
stylized and Trump's is just right there in the middle
I don't know.
like
Yeah,
that?
like at least I guess that's like the nicest thing I can say. The nicest thing I can say about it is like the way Top and Turbo are stylized. I don't dislike.
Do you wish Trump's joined it though?
I don't know. At least give it some like visual consistency. Like, there's no reason for that to be like its own thing. Just a
Yeah.
boring like impact font.
It's what it is. That
Top
it
trumps.
doesn't make any sense. Like even stylized to emphasize
Also,
Top and Turbo. You know.
we're going to talk about a really bad logo, the Funbox Media logo in the lower right.
Oh yeah. I was
Ooh,
gonna say
smiley face.
you know
Horrible. It's
you know some
horrible.
quality. You know some quality when you see Funbox Media, a
Mm.
game company I've literally never heard of before in my life.
Knows how to put a fun box together. It's the most British thing on this
Yeah.
box art. Funbox Media,
Yeah.
famously British company.
Famously
Okay,
They
Okay,
probably
can we
not.
talk
They're probably
about
like
actually
Eastern
good
European.
box art now?
Let's talk
Or we
about
still have
Okay.
more to tear
Yeah.
into?
We got a lot of septum piercings going on this box. Let me tell you.
There's two. I counted two.
Two hole ones on this though. That's
Oh,
more
yeah?
than you see most.
Are there any on Top Trump's Turbo? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this tennis guy or whoever he is by the Peggy logo. He got off scot free. He's mostly hidden by the Peggy logo. I don't know who that is. He looks like he plays tennis though.
I know. I like how even the categories got cropped out, like are covered up.
Oh, he might be a footballer as well. I don't know. He might be. It
Football.
looks like a jersey. World of Warcraft is a really cool logo, and I like it a lot.
It is
It's
cool,
a good
man.
logo. Like
It's a really good logo.
It's a good box art just all around.
It's pretty clean. I've always thought that, even having never played World of Warcraft, it's always stood out. It's always been iconic. All the variations of it too, but just the style and the composition is strong.
I really like the color here.
Yeah.
Like, I like their use of like a consistent use of reds and like oranges and warm colors without it feeling like it's all just kind of become like they don't bleed into each other. It's not a complete like mess. Like, there's a lot of visual clarity here while still sticking to a kind of limited color palette, minus the green on the orc, which I
Yeah.
think is Thrall. I don't know if that's like if this is supposed to be like Thrall and Bane or if these are just generic Tauren and orc. I don't know. It's been a while.
I will say, like, I think because when we were talking about like Shadow of War, that was sort of like the kind of colors kind of not looking good, but here they really, I think it's all down to sort of the texture of everything.
Yeah.
Like they really make that map feel really look really nice. Like the runes around this ring, it just like it all feels like right to sort of look at. Like it doesn't feel like boring or drab. Like a color like brown or like a beige might look drab, but I think the lighting and the texturing on kind of all of the different elements of it really make it work particularly well.
Yeah. And I know we're not supposed to really bring in other box arts, but the way this compares to the Alliance box art, where that one makes heavy use of like greens and purples, with a night elf and a dwarf on it, if I remember right. Like while still maintaining this kind of, the basic design of like the runic circle with a character in the middle and another character kind of off to the bottom with a different color palette and still maintaining that kind of visual clarity with a otherwise kind of limited color palette.
I
But
like that.
just judging this one, it just works so good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
See,
I really like it a lot.
there's something that happens that when you see something so much that it makes sense, and like if I've seen the World of Warcraft box art so much, it becomes iconic just from that. On a purely composition standpoint, is it all good? I'm just trying to make sure we're being objective about this. Is the guy being there in the front, the bottom left? Like if this was any other random game, would it be just as effective?
It's interesting because it's like it's almost trying to show off that there's maybe a little bit more variety than just like that way of
Yeah.
an orc in terms of the horde sort of
Mhm.
factions of this game. I've never played World of Warcraft. I only know basically all I know about anything about Warcraft is kind of just through osmosis.
Yeah.
So I actually don't even know like what the difference between. I mean, obviously there's an orc in the background, but I don't know the guy on the bottom here and the outside the circle. I don't know what kind of
He's
the guy. What
aura
kind of
farming in the front.
he's.
Did,
No, stop,
Well,
stop
say
it,
that
stop.
can you explain to me
Yeah, I hate that.
canonically, is his horn intact, or is it impaling the orc in the chin? I can't tell.
So I never played much Horde, so I
Okay.
don't know if these are supposed to be actual canon characters or if they're just supposed to be generic, like an orc and a Tauren.
Yeah, he just might have his horn fucked up.
Torin is the name of okay.
Yeah,
That's
like I
the
said, it's
race.
been a while and I didn't play Horde.
I just like to think it's right in the middle of his little butt chin, impaled in there.
Just like,
You
ah!
don't see the
I wonder.
full
Yeah,
horn.
that's why he's really angry about it too. He's just like
Yeah,
really upset.
if I'm gonna try and look for things to criticize about this, the lighting on the Tauren is weird. Like that he's kind of lit from like the upper right.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah,
don't
and
know
yeah,
where that lighting is coming from because he's kind of like outside of what's going on. Because the orc is kind of lit like kind of directly from the front.
mm. Yeah, and it's
But
because it's like that does sort of show that it's like it is just a piece of concept art that they just sort of slapped on
yeah.
top of it to give a little bit more visual variety to the box art, I think. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I
visual variety is not missing from Top Trump's Turbo. Let me tell you.
That's the thing. It is very. There's so much going on there. Yeah.
You get Mike
thing is
Wazowski
like
is
it's
just
not a
chilling.
lot of I don't think it's got a lot of visual variety. It just has a lot of things, but a lot of those things are the same things.
Yeah. And they're just
Yeah.
licensed things that they threw in there.
Hmm.
In World of Warcraft does have a nice, tasteful lightning strike, and that it complements it nicely in that the red sky. I
Tasteful.
like that.
The hand drawn art on
Yeah.
both the characters is really nice looking.
Really nice.
So
Like the
yeah.
composition too, like I feel like there's no like wasted space, but it's also not like overcrowded. Like they use negative space well. They fill in where it like should be. Like I think if the Tauren weren't there, there wouldn't be enough. I think adding him there just adds like just enough more going on to kind of fill that in, make it a little more dynamic.
Do
Like
you?
I'm struggling to come up with criticisms for this because I think this is a genuinely, for as
Yeah.
much as I will on any given day tear into World of Warcraft, this box art is brilliant.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, that Blizzard logo, that classic Blizzard Entertainment logo.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Blizzard.
I know, really. that's my feeling too. But yeah, I mean, it's World of Warcraft. I mean, it's not even close.
Yeah, I'll vote for
So,
World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Not even close.
Yeah.
It was
All right.
close for me, but I did edge out.
Shut up.
So,
Shut up, you.
I wanted to say, what did I want to say? Oh, if Middle Earth Shadow of War maybe could have learned something from World of Warcraft,
Oh, definitely.
just have
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
Like
definitely.
they have a surprising amount of similarities.
Yeah.
One just executed a million times better.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, let's go on to the next match.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, it's Mario Party 7 on the GameCube versus Rayman on the PlayStation.
This is the greatest hits version of Rayman too.
Greatest hits has got to factor in, yeah.
Remember when K through A was a rating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was somehow different to me.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I never understood that. It's just whatever the ESRB was feeling on any given day.
Shall we start with Rayman? I think we should start with Rayman here.
Yeah. Okay. I really like this. I really like it.
Period.
What's he grabbing at?
Does it matter?
No, I think he's doing that.
He can grab whatever he wants.
Where is he pointing? Is he pointing at you? I'm coming at you.
I don't know. He looks a little dorky.
He does, but like it's a mascot platforming game. They all look kind of dorky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little goofy looking. It's maybe not the greatest. Maybe not the greatest thing I've ever seen. What? Okay, so it looks like to me like this image also has like a weird, like other image on top of it, or maybe that's just me. In the very top right corner of the N on Rayman, I don't know what that is.
Is that? I don't know.
Or that could be like a sticker. Maybe it's like a sticker. Oh, it could be like a sticker because if you got these off eBay, maybe. That could be like a sticker on it that was on it.
Yeah, because you can actually kind of see like if you look by like just to the right of the PlayStation logo, that little kind of divot in the
yeah, that's the
little case where you would like slide the manual into.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that stuff we can ignore. We will give the box art that grace.
A little grace. Yeah.
I will say I don't care for them putting the like accolades on it. I think that looks really tacky.
We got it here at A+ from Entertainment Weekly. Best character, best animation, best soundtrack from Value Game Buyer's Guide, Game of the Month. Big accolade. Game of the Month.
EGM, baby. It's on EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Mega Award. It's crazy. That's a crazy quote. What is that?
The Mega Award?
Game
on Game Fan?
It's an iconic award from Game Fan, right? I don't know.
Game Fan was a great magazine, but like, why?
Mega Award. That's their big crowning achievement there. All right, A+. I mean, that sounds good. I want to get in there.
Yeah, there's something that's just like there's just something that's always been a little weird about this to me. And maybe it's just kind of like I don't love how Rayman looks. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's not like
I don't know. It's not. Maybe it's nostalgia for me, but like I always kind of like the way Rayman looked.
Ooh, nostalgia bias.
I think what's bumping me is the pose. I think making him like maybe
bumped a lot recently.
I do get bumped by a lot of these things, but I think having maybe a more, because it doesn't have a very striking silhouette, the pose. It's just kind of like
maybe if the pointing hand was out a bit more.
Yeah, maybe.
don't even know what he's
I don't
getting
know,
at.
there's something
I don't
I
know what
find
this
so
guy's
very
getting at. That's my problem. What's he even trying to do here? Why are you
I don't
here?
know. There's
Why did you break through the
there's a
wall?
lot of it's giving me like the kind of nonsensical poses they give Sonic a lot. Like you look at like the Sonic
Right,
pose
right.
on what is it? Is it Adventure or it's Adventure? I think it's Adventure. Like that ridiculous pose he's doing. Like,
What the fuck?
Sorry, that was I
Oh.
accidentally unplugged.
whoops.
Yeah, the weird like
Yeah, like
he's
it's
doing like
nonsensical, but
yeah,
like it's a vibe pose. It's not supposed to like mean
it is
anything.
Vibe.
it is very vibe.
And like
Very vibe
Not
though.
aura.
Like, yeah, this isn't amazing, but I don't know. There's something I just find charming about it, and I can't put my finger as to why. I just
He
do.
can though.
I mean, I think I will say like the smile. That's kind of a nice little cute little smile he's got there. You know, he's just like,
And
hey, here I am coming.
he's pointing at it with his own thumb too.
Yeah, he's like, I'm coming
Look
for
at it.
you.
Oh.
I'm gonna get you.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. He's busted through a wall to get at whatever
It's
you, I guess.
He does have a scary look in his eyes. Not quite
Yeah.
sure what he's there to do.
That's a-
Yeah, Rayman. I think this is actually bad. If I'm being honest with you, I think
Oh,
it's bad.
hey.
It's Rayman.
fair.
Like you could sell Rayman so much better than this scary looking guy breaking through a wall. Like that's not. It doesn't even sell what Rayman is. Crash Bandicoot maybe could be in front of a broken wall.
Yeah, just like Rayman burst through walls from a mystical portal. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I guess I'm not.
I guess
totally
maybe
sure.
it's not bursting through a wall, but it looks like it, and it's just a portal. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he portaled there.
Mario Party 7 though.
Mario Party 7. You know what immediately stands out to me for Mario Party 7 is like the clear outer glow effect that they put on these
Yeah,
Mario,
I was gonna
Luigi,
say,
and the logo, like straight out of Photoshop.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Actually,
I apply that effect in thumbnails quite often. And, you know, it's right out of there.
So, unlike Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I think this is busy in a bad way.
I kind of agree. I think that like there's this is sort of also a good contrast with what I was talking about with like they really up their game on sort of the character, the like CG renders that they used for a lot of their stuff.
Mhm.
This era stuff looked a lot more like plasticky, for lack of a better term, whereas like the texturing on a lot of their more recent models, stuff that they had like Wii U era, all looks like really good. Like it's still cartoony, but it all looks like it has sort of a very pleasant sort of look to it in terms of the rendering.
Yeah, I will say I do appreciate that compared to the Mario Kart 8 one, it isn't quite as like shiny and reflective. To me, that
Yeah,
I don't know. I found that a little distracting, a little weird.
But it's just a lot of primary colors in this one though. And it's just like
Yeah,
through the logo, look at how they go red, yellow, green, purple, orange, and then those colors are very present throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true.
There also is some aura
a
farming in
microphone
this.
included.
There's some aura farming in this. And it's not Mario Luigi. It's that sexy silver
Just stop
GameCube
saying
right there.
that.
Sexy
That
silver
is hey,
GameCube. That's a very good choice.
Silver GameCube is it was a good choice. Yeah, they were really
That was inspired.
that was kind of that was the hotness.
Because look, they could have gone for purple. They already have purples in here. They could have done the damn purple GameCube.
Yeah,
but
they wanted to stay with the consistent color of the microphone, I guess, with the silver GameCube.
That's a bonus.
Hey, it comes with that bonus microphone.
That's a
there
big
you
bonus. But yeah, I do think it doesn't sell.
That plugs into the memory card slot. What?
Yeah, it does. Yep, that's where it plugged into.
It doesn't sell.
Yep.
It doesn't sell the Mario Party concept in the way that it could. You know, there's just a lot of chaos going on behind. You see them standing on some spaces. There's a die, but
there's a dice block. There's a coin. And so there's coins. Actually, there's coins by the Mario Party logo. There's a coin down by Mario's boot.
I don't know. I don't even particularly like Mario or Luigi's poses in this.
I don't like them either.
The center, like, what is Luigi blasting off
like
to?
Luigi's pose. It just doesn't fit Luigi.
Where's he going? I don't even. He's
He
like
has like almost like a Sailor Moon type pose.
he's about to
going on.
rise
Yeah,
straight to the
right?
sky,
Yeah,
and Mario's coming down, looking
he's about
down.
to drop kick on Toad and Toadette down there. He's just coming down in. Um,
But yeah, I mean, I always get good vibes when I look at pretty much any Mario Party box art. You know, it just gives good vibes, but it's not the most inspired.
I feel like if Mario and Luigi had been zoomed like back more, because we see pairings here, right? There's all these pairings. You got
Mhm.
Yoshi and Birdo, you've got Boo and Drybones, you have Wario and Waluigi, Daisy and Peach. Mario and Luigi clearly should be a pair, but they're like kind of not really, and they're just like glowing, and they're coming.
I think that's
It's like
why they had to make
yeah,
them glow, so they'd have some sort of visual similarity. Because, like, for some reason,
maybe.
they needed to put Mario that much further in the foreground than Luigi.
Right.
It's
I,
Mario
Let me
Party,
let you know, this
bitch.
is
All right,
Mario Party,
yeah.
not Luigi Party. You
Watch
need to
out.
know
that's
that.
right. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, there's so much more they
Also,
could have
we're
done
doing
with it.
pairs, so we need to make Luigi feel important, but not too important.
Mm.
You know what?
He had his
Just
own
for
game.
screwing Luigi like that, I'm voting for Raymond.
Raymond, everybody loves Raymond.
Raymond. Everybody.
Look at the background, the swirly blue sky. What do you think?
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't love it.
It
I don't
I don't
really
hate
like
it,
it.
but
I
I
love
don't love it.
might be a portal.
the
It might be another
water.
portal. I don't know.
It could be a portal. It's true because there's a
Also,
swirly texture behind Raymond.
Yeah.
I hate the pink and blue on the like headdress of the Sphinx,
All
kind
right.
of under the
F the
seven.
pastel
Oh
colors.
yeah, okay. I was like, what the hell are we talking about? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like
Is that supposed to be
it
Bowser?
looks
That's
really
supposed to be
bad.
Bowser.
Well, like a Bowser-headed Sphinx.
It is a Bowser-headed
Yeah,
sphinx.
Bowser-headed Sphinx.
So, did you lock in Rayman or Rayman?
I don't know what it is. Like on a purely objective level, like I get why you're not a fan, and it's not great, but I don't know. There's something I just find so charming about it.
I
So
hear
yeah,
you.
I'm gonna lock in for
There,
Raymond. Fuck it.
there is a
Alright.
charm to it. It almost looks Saturday morning cartoonish in like a really kind of fun way. I will say
Yeah.
that it does kind of give a little bit of that to me. I don't love Mario Party 7 for what it's worth. I like the sky swirl is weird. I love the water. The water texture looks awesome. That GameCube
Mhm.
always made water looked really good. I don't know what they
Yeah.
did. They made water look good on that system. But yeah, as much as I don't like love Mario Party 7, I think I'm giving it the edge over Rayman. I do find Rayman charming. I think both these have some of the same kind of faults. I don't love I guess they really do got to sell the bonus microphone included, but it's like taking up a weird amount of real estate. Um, and then you got the kudos and accolades on the Rayman logo or the Rayman box, which is like okay.
He's busting in. All he needs is his credentials. He's busting through
Yeah,
with his
you should have
reviews.
like this is license. He's got A+ from Entertainment Weekly. All right. Yeah. So I think I'm going with Mario Party 7.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just vote for Mario Party 7 then. F it.
All right.
Definitely.
All
Rayman.
right.
We didn't talk about the logo either. I don't know.
I have the Rayman logo. I don't. Yeah.
It's
It's fun.
Right.
It's
fun.
fine. I would say more than fun, but an Ubisoft. How about that? You like that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Ubisoft. That's them.
But so
Sure
Mario
is.
Party 7 will return in
Yeah,
round
well.
2, as they
All right.
say. A 2-1 vote. All right, last match of round 1 here.
Wow.
It's Marvel Pinball Epic Collection Volume 1 on the PlayStation 4 versus Axiom Verge 2 on the Switch. Oh, it's a double pack.
I
Limited
didn't know there
run.
was a second Axiom Verge.
I think I knew that, but I didn't know that Limited Run put out these a double pack like this.
An Epic Collection. Didn't even know that game existed. That's fine.
Very very Liefeld feeling artwork on this, I will say, on a couple of the characters on the Marvel pinball.
Everybody's ripped.
Yeah, Blade looking
All the
looking
muscles
like
are accentuated as hell.
Blade looks like he's like he's his chest armor is
I
about to just like
Yeah,
explode.
I don't like Blade on that. Like, there's a few
I
where I'm
don't
just like, I don't like Blade. I don't like Strange.
he's looking a little
Like,
strange.
for some reason, those two are just like, ooh, no.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
Stranger's collar looks kind of weird on this
What
actually.
is
Yeah,
it
I don't
doing? Did it come to life?
Yeah,
Like,
it's almost giving
it
Loki.
is alive. The cape is alive, but
It's
it is
giving
weird.
Loki headpiece for Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it almost looks like that.
Spider-Man, they really just like copied and pasted this Spider-Man from any other like old Spider-Man box art.
yeah.
Yeah,
Also, like, because of like just how jacked like Blade and Cap and Venom are,
Uh-huh.
like Hulk just looks normal.
Oh, you you don't think he has W aura? I think he kind of does in the middle there.
just like the veins popping out of out of his neck are insane. I will say that. That's wild.
Yeah, but there are
Uh,
too many muscly men here to really for him to stand
it's
out as
just
much. But
it's just all muscle, and then you've got Iron Man and Doctor Strange.
Iron Man's got the legs going for him.
Oh, he just has the legs going. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Ironically,
Um,
Thor, the least muscly one here. How about that?
yeah. Yeah. And then you've got this pinball that's just swirling around that is just
Oh yeah,
avoiding.
like get in there.
Just so
That's
you
the
Yeah.
remember, it's a
that's the
pinball
only
game.
pinball element. Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, if you actually show pinball in the box art, it's not gonna be very interesting. But
No.
this box art is just characters. They're Marvel characters. I guess that's all you
Yeah.
need.
I.
Epic
It's
collection is
yeah.
crazy though. Epic
It's,
collection, volume 1. How many
you're
volumes?
not gonna. Yeah. How many volumes? Also, what? Like, how many Marvel pinball machines were there? Like, are these emulators for the different Marvel pinball games? I
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Um,
Holy,
it's
holy.
you just
Yeah.
get the characters. I mean, this isn't selling it on anything with the characters. I mean, you could have had just like you could have shown like an arcade cabinet or something and just had like a couple Marvel characters on it. But no,
If Blade
we
was
got
playing
freaking
a pinball
yeah,
machine, that would be great.
Blade paying a pinball machine. Maybe be kind of cool. Or Spider-Man doing that even.
How about we
Spider-Man's
talk?
your guy.
How about we talk about Axiom Verge?
Axiom Verge is
I
one
don't
that I want to like Axiom Verge's cover more than I do, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate these. Like, there's a lot of covers like this, particularly like limited run and indie kind of
Mm.
games. You know, they have a lot like this, which is like the simple pixel art and just
Mhm.
kind of stylized and how it's presented. This one's just decent, but
It's
Yeah.
I don't love it. I feel like I almost feel like just showing like a screen from the game and then maybe having a character portrait over that. I think they're kind of doing that with the blurred out stuff over on the left side of the box, but um I don't know. It feels like too crowded, and maybe some of that is just has to do with the Nintendo Switch box.
and I
It
don't
being
know. I don't know what Axiom Verge. I actually don't know anything about Axiom Verge, and so this box
It's a
art tells me nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't know
yeah,
what this
it's
game
a
plays like.
Metroidvania kind of game.
Okay, I don't think I would have guessed that from this.
No.
yeah,
Like, why is that guy
very it's
the
like
guy with the eyebrow, the rock eyebrow going on side eye?
yeah, he's
Mm.
Yeah. Also, I'm not a fan of the logos with the pixel art. I don't like having these
oh,
clean vector
yeah.
logos right next to this pixel art.
Mm.
That's
Doesn't
always
look good.
that is my biggest pet peeve of Celeste, a game that I think is wonderful. The text
I think it
is
works for Celeste.
yeah. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I've never liked it.
I mean, that's fair.
But Celeste is, but
Celeste can do
Celeste
no
is also
wrong
just
though.
really
Yeah.
good. Celeste is also
Yeah,
just
I
really
think
good. So
for me, the reason why it works for Celeste but doesn't here is like for Celeste's non-pixel art, it's still very stylized.
that's
Whereas
true.
this
That
is
is true.
just here's just a very clean vector logo with like okay, there's a little dot in the O, but there's nothing like particularly stylized about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
actually don't know if I've seen any art of Axiom Verge that isn't pixel art. I think
Yeah,
all
well, I mean
like
the
pretty
game
much
is
all
pixel art.
right, but I mean like I'm trying to think if I've seen any like concept art or anything that isn't just pixel art, and I don't know if I have.
Yeah,
So
like
this
if they're gonna
it,
stick
it
to this logo, I'd rather they have like non-pixel concept art if such a thing exists.
yeah. It is very heavy on that aesthetic, to its credit, because I think it's a lot of it looks really great. It all has very this muted sort of like almost alien kind of color inspired
Yeah,
sort
it's
of color
got like
palette
that
Yeah.
to it.
real like Giger like aesthetic to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And that's why the biggest crime of this is that it doesn't sell me on the game at all. When you just said
Yeah,
Metroidvania, I did not get that at all from this. I was like, I don't know, like
Yeah,
a visual novel, sci-fi
yeah. It
thing.
almost
yeah,
looks
and the
visual
characters
novel esque.
don't really.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the characters that they chose like don't really sell the style. Like maybe the guy with like the masks or whatever, but the
Yeah.
other two are just kind of like those are people.
And the other box art does have a pinball in there, and I know for
Does have a
sure
pinball.
that's going to come into play.
yeah.
How much do I take into account that I would be happy if I never saw another Marvel character again?
Is
That's fair. I can't say I
But
blame you. As
if I'm
somebody,
trying to be if I'm trying to be objective,
yeah. Let's be
I kind of don't
objective.
like either of these.
I don't
I'll tell
either.
you the
I'm
answer. I know what I'm voting for, and
Because
it's Axiom
they
Verge.
have
It's what it is.
they have the opposite problem that Axiom Verge doesn't tell me enough about what it is,
Hmm.
whereas the Marvel Pinball Collection is almost like deceptive about what it is. Because like the pinball they added was kind of an
Yeah,
afterthought.
we're
Let's
gonna
be
play as these
real.
beefed up guys, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have
Oh wait, no, it's
this
a
Beefy Boys A through H or however many there are. Like you got Beefy Boys, and you think it's like, oh, we're gonna be a beat 'em up. It's gonna be whatever. And like, yeah, I know it says pinball on it, but like, show me pinball, not a pinball. Show me paddles and little dinger offer thingies and flippy doos and
oh,
pinball
it would
shit.
be what would have been cool is if Spider-Man's like you show like the pad the bumpers like around and like a pinball's going in, like Spider-Man swinging towards one, and then you get like Captain America throwing his shield at like the pinball to try to like stop
Oh,
it.
like reflecting a
Blade maybe
pinball.
shooting it. Blade's like shooting it, or like slicing
Also,
it. Blade's like
I don't like this artwork. I don't.
this
Yeah.
is what I mean.
Yeah.
When it's very Liefeld esque. Like I don't like anyone's expressions. Everyone's too muscly defined and ugly,
And
and I don't
Axiom
like
Verge
it.
is at least more inspired. Yeah, it's like Marvel is just like, all right, well, we're gonna use the character recognition and just plop them in there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm,
I'm
yeah,
kind of reluctantly gonna give it to Axiom Verge. Like,
Mhm.
it's not a good
yeah,
box art, but it's better.
yeah. I
Like,
don't know.
with having
I'm sort
less things wrong with it.
I'm really torn personally. Because like they're both again they're both not great. Um, I think I'm gonna side with both you and give it to Axiom Verge 1 and 2. Just because like there's so much more interesting things you could have done with a Marvel pinball idea that they just didn't. They just slapped a bunch of character out in there and called it a day.
Yeah.
So
So reluctantly, Axiom Verge will go on in a dominant 3-0 fashion.
it's just,
We're on to
yeah.
round 2. Well, this is actually the quarterfinals of the bracket, and we're starting off with Halo 5 Guardians versus Monster Hunter World.
Okay. So one thing, a detail that we didn't talk about first go around that I think is really, there's almost like a spackled look on the Halo 5 Guardians. Like there's debris coming off both
It's
sheath
like
and lock.
yeah, it's like an egg.
Here.
A certain egg
Mhm.
is like that design. What is that? A robin's egg?
Oh yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I had no idea what that was. What? So what are you talking about? An egg? It looks like an egg.
The
Sure.
texture.
Yeah. So there's sort of there's almost like a kind of a gritty sort of look to it. Like it makes it feel like
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, you gotta brush it off because it's all
Yeah.
dirty.
See,
Oh no,
this shit's not gonna be clean. You're
yeah.
gonna have to get your hands dirty with this
Even though
one.
this is the first Halo game that's rated T for teen,
Mm.
and
Mm.
I think only Halo game rated T for teen. I think because I think even both Halo Wars games I think are both rated M, and then Halo Infinite
Huh.
was also rated M. So
Oh.
yeah, they were trying to I don't know what they were trying to do, to be honest. But and then we have Monhun World, which is just really clean.
it's
It's
still
just real
clean.
clean.
It's still too clean
It's
to
super.
me. Yeah.
It's super clean.
I think like both are not they're not like the most groundbreaking box art. The first one especially obviously it's not it's more static than this one.
Mhm.
But this one still it's like you could see this in a lot of RPGs. You just characters facing off, but I just this gives me more makes me feel more than the other one.
Yeah, like I want to take points off Halo for being a little like almost sterile,
Mhm.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
because it is like it is very sterile, even with that little bit of grit in the background. But I really like the composition. Like I like the simplicity of just the two opposite color visors are doing a lot of work. And for me, the thing that's selling it the most is that whatever it is in the background.
Yeah, that is actually
Yeah.
pretty cool. That's actually a detail that
Like
I'd never really noticed about this box
like if that
before.
weren't there, I don't know if I'd like this nearly as much. But just putting just this really interesting giant mechanical whatever that is in the background, just kind of faded, blended in, just kind of like hinting at it, like has me way more interested. Honestly, more interested than the two facing off. They're kind of like framing what I'm actually more interested in.
Mhm.
Mm,
And it's similar in style to box arts we've seen where kind of the characters blend into the background in like a stylized way. Even
yeah,
shades of like a dying light kind of box art where it all kind of fades
Yeah.
together, which
yeah,
is
fade down to the ground there. Yeah, that's which also allows the logos, which are subdued and subtle, but allows them to pop out very nicely here.
Mhm.
343 in Microsoft Studios. Yikes. Yikes 343.
I don't like the one speck in the O next to next to the O in Halo. It just bothers me
Oh,
that that
yeah.
speck is there.
Oh, it's so
Oh
dark.
yeah.
Now I can't unsee it.
It
Oh
looks like
no.
a little it looks like
Schmutz.
something I would like get out in Photoshop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you like
Get
or
that out
you
of there.
or not in Photoshop, it's
Uh,
like it looks like, oh, something's
it's
on
on the
there. You gotta
box.
scratch it
It's
off.
just on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would
um
yeah. And for that reason I have to go for Monster Hunter World.
it's, it's too clean.
That's my
I'm
vote.
really torn here. Because
Me
I'm sort of
too,
on Tara's
honestly.
side. I like because I
Mm.
like the sort of mystery that it's sort of building along
If you're torn, then come with
with
me.
its face off.
Yeah, I 'cause now I'm looking at the Monster Hunter one again, and I really like the posing going on. And I really like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the momentum, the movement of Raslos in the background. Like kind of just
It's
flying
got
up and like turning mid-flight to notice the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's got really good movement, and also all the lines, everything is like really kind of like pushing you focally, making you focus like right to that to the Rathalos, right to its mouth, basically, because you get the characters all sort of facing this direction. You have the wings sort of coming down, and it all kind of works to really help with the focus there. It's very cool. Boy,
I might be taking back what I said about the crest. If only because the crest has to push the logo down a bit more, and I kind of wish the logo was a bit higher up.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you're saying.
I think I wish there was just a little bit more of like uninterrupted Rathalos wing would have, I don't know, just looked better. I have no reason why. Just I think it would look better, but then the logo being so high up would also look weird. Maybe this would have worked better on the Switch.
Famously, every game works better on the Switch versus other systems. So
that's everyone knows that.
Oh, I'm actually really torn now. Fuck.
Yeah,
I like them both for very different reasons.
Yeah, same.
And I'm trying to not be biased about like my opinion on like the franchises or the companies that.
Same, honestly.
I don't have a particular bias. Like as far as the games go, I haven't really played much of either. I haven't played any of Monster Hunter. I haven't played very little Halo.
Yeah, because it's like I actually have experience with Halo, not much, but some better, more than what I have with Monster Hunter. But also, fuck you, Microsoft.
But Monster Hunter World is also on the Xbox One. I mean, it's just this is the Xbox One version.
Yeah, they are both Xbox One copies of these games. Interestingly enough,
someone's gonna have to say something.
All right, I'm going with Monster Hunter World. I'm just gonna send it. I think it's selling is strong points as I have to give the Halo 5 Guardians box art. I love it really is selling the world aspect of the Monster Hunter world, even though all the focus is on this all your eyes are drawn to the monster and the kind of the pointed fight here with the characters. You still have this cool sprawling background that makes you want to just get out into the world and explore. So
I realized what about the Monster Hunter one was holding me back. I don't like how washed out the left side of Rathalos is. That makes him kind of blend in with the sky a bit too much.
It's like the sun. It's like the light is like blinding over there. Yeah.
Like because the style they're going for here is like a very photorealistic, or like it's not like cell shaded or it's not like super stylized. It's like very like in game but very high definition. Like it does kind of. There's a lot going on just in terms of like the minutia of stuff, like a lot of like little stuff, like all the branches and all the trees and the water and the clouds. Like it's just things can sort of get a little messy. And that's kind of my issue with it, whereas the Halo one doesn't have that, but might be a little too simple.
So do you want to throw a vote to Halo? Because Monster Hunter World is now moving on.
Yeah.
Or do you want to join us?
Do it. You can do it. That's fine.
Either one is fine.
Man, I hate that I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say Halo. I hate that I'm saying it, but there's something about the framing of the big robot mechanical angel looking motherfucker in the background that is just
it's really good.
Viscerally.
It's very strong. Like, if
that were not in the background, if I don't know what that is, I've never seen it before. If that weren't there, this would have lost. Okay, probably still would have beat Shadow of War, but it wouldn't have been a competition. But
it is
the mystery of that thing in the background, like, it's just designed to sink its hooks into me, and for whatever reason,
it is very cool. I will say that was kind of selling me too, because like that was a detail of this box that I'd never noticed before until we started really looking at it. So, but the more I've looked at Monster Hunter World, it was kind of one of those things. I don't know. I'm just like, I hadn't really thought about the Monster Hunter World box art, but now that I'm looking at it, it's really nice.
I want to get in that world, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
With that being said, Monster Hunter World will advance to the semifinals. Now we
Yes.
go to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe versus the King of Fighters collection, the Orochi Saga.
Oh.
Oh, it's looking like a TKO. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to go back on something I said earlier. I actually
Okay.
do think the Mario Kart box art is too busy.
Ooh.
Oh.
King of
The more I
Fighters.
look at it, the more I'm like, it's a bit too much.
Yeah. It might be.
Is a lot. Even the bomb is
And
shiny.
she's about to set off that bomb too. Add another
I
explosion
know. I
into
didn't
it.
say that, but I didn't say it when we first did it, but that is actually one of my favorite parts. I do just love that Peach is pulling out of a bomb.
Yeah, she's like screw
She's
you
about to
guys.
blow. She's about to blow up Mario. It looks like, yeah.
Or maybe she's about to toss it back to Bowser. She's sort of like her eyes are kind of like looking back towards that
Could be
way.
anyone.
Yeah, and, she kind of deserves it.
Yeah, she deserves a W here for that. It's like
Either
she's getting
one.
kidnapped
Either
all the
one
time.
deserves it from her.
Either one.
Mario
Either
probably
one.
did
She's like
some shit.
Yeah, Mario's
So
just like he's all about himself here. So.
I don't know if it's enough to overtake it, but the more I look at each design, the more I'm like, I don't know how much I like the Mario Kart one. To me, it just gets more and more busy every time I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I look at King of Fighters, like
Oh, God.
I kind of like what they were going for.
No way. What are they going for though? They got style. I'll give them that, but it's like
they have a panther.
You got to do with an invitation. I guess he originated the Smash Ultimate thing.
I don't know.
But
like
you got a random
style.
couple in the middle just kind of hanging out. What are they doing?
Do
you know them?
Oh, this is a style of that. Again, I think the execution could be a lot better, but I like what they're going for. And the Mario Kart one is just.
You don't like what Mario Kart is going for?
We're gonna throw up rainbows all over it, and it's gonna be fun because hey, Mario and a bomb, and hey, look, guest characters, and we're upside down, and oh man, look at all these fireworks.
I know it's a big celebration.
Meanwhile, the King of Fighters,
not a lot of. Okay, I think it lacks visual cohesion. Is I think what I'm getting at.
The two middle characters in King of Fighters, I'm just like good, now kiss. I just
they're probably brother and sister too.
Oh God! Well, it is a Japanese game, so it's if it's what you're into, I guess. What about hunched over individual?
Hunched over individual. Sure. Who on Mario Kart or King of Fighters?
With the hair swoop. On King of Fighters.
The red hair guy.
Guy's pretty great. Yeah, red hair guy.
You call him hunch guy? He's a red hair guy. Look at his hair.
He's kind of like he almost looks like he's sort of hunched over, but that might be the collar. Like he's got a huge collar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Panther has no collar.
No, it's Panther.
They just let a panther out in King of Fighters. Is that what happens? Is there a panther in the mix?
I don't really know a whole lot about King of Fighters other than that. Hey, wait a minute. Where's like Mai Shiranui? Where's she? Why is she not in here?
I don't know, but there's a couple of characters in the top right really get lost in the sauce here. Like you can barely even notice they're there. Like in the mix of all the reds and dark colors.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say the color balancing of King of Fighters is, I think, maybe it's a lot more consistent. It really leans into the Wii logo, something that it kind of works with the Wii being kind of already having a white sort of aesthetic to it. Mm-hmm. So that works.
Yeah, it's like the Tatsunoko versus Capcom box art, I think, is a similar. It complements the white. There's a lot of white in it.
Oh, big time! Oh, that's a great box art. It's obviously not here, but that's that one's one of my favorites. But
I have a feeling this guy with the envelope is a big deal.
Probably.
He's really taking up a lot of real estate here, just to extend his hand out with that.
Yeah. He get invited to Smash.
Is that where Smash got it from? Because I can't imagine what other context is there in Envelope, but they're getting invited to like a tournament or something, right?
Yeah, I guess you would think he's getting invited to the King of Fighters tournament. I suppose. But didn't that actually originate with Smash 4?
Oh
The
yeah,
envelope
yeah,
thing?
that's true. Smash
Did it?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I think so. Because I think
Villager would
Animal
get in his
Crossing.
mailbox and
Yeah.
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 But this is very like Joker holding the invitation right here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I vote for that.
I do like
That's
Mario
it.
Kart 8 a lot. I do like it.
I know every time I see him, I want this guy to get humbled, but he just keeps getting away with it. This guy Mario, he's
He
got
just can't.
some really good box
Yeah.
arts. I mean, we did humble in his Mario Party. Oh no, we didn't.
It's true.
No,
Well, we might.
we talked
might.
about it,
Yeah.
but he still
no,
progressed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with King of Fighters. I'm gonna go with King of
Okay.
Fighters.
All right.
Okay. So I think my only problem with King of Fighters is that like I don't know. I'm not convinced that it uses the negative space particularly well. I almost feel like whatever this weird KOF thing going on here, like what is that? I don't really know. I
I
don't
don't know. I
understand.
hate that. I'm kind of trying to pretend it's not
The
there.
historians are still perplexed by it.
Historians because like is there another character above the Panther? I'm trying to figure that out. Like,
I don't know
it
what
almost looks
that
like
is.
there's
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else there,
It might
but
be
I can't.
something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kuoro F. What is the ORO
Kobo
above
or
it?
Kobo F.
I mean, come on. You
Fubar?
can't.
I
You're
don't
not
know.
gonna catch Mario doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
You're just not.
okay. So as much as I love the color consistency, I guess I'm not convinced. I almost feel like with less characters in this King of Fighters thing, like maybe get rid of the two cuties in the middle, and then maybe not have all this jank chains and KOF thing, and just have like the Panther coming out above the swoop hair. I feel like that would have been a better use of all of the space, and then I feel like the negative space would be like a lot more like it would pop more, and instead it just feels like why isn't this as like what's going on over here? Like why is this not crammed full of characters too? Even though it is solid, I like the fact that the logo, other than the blue, the logo of King of Fighters has like all those same colors as are all represented. I also got to give it to Mario Kart 8 because I think the rainbow in deluxe looks really nice. It is busy, but I think it does work. It works with the sort of the chaotic energy of this wacky weird kart race where it's like stuff's going on upside down. Maybe it could have used without. It didn't maybe need the fireworks. Maybe that's a little extra. Probably could have done without those, and still looked fine. But also just the blues and the purples being like even though it is very rainbow, those are a lot more prominent throughout the course of the whole box. That it does sort of work in its own way there too.
I do like the
but
arcadey
anyway,
feel of King of Fighters, though. I do like it.
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
logo and everything.
It does. Yeah, it does look. But yeah, I just don't know.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will advance to the semifinals. All right.
All right.
So now we move on to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Cowabunga Collection versus World of Warcraft.
Oh, interesting.
I do like both of these quite a lot.
Both really good. And maybe Tommy Lasorda can get back in.
Tommy Lasorda is just peeking in there. He can watch. He can watch this showdown.
He looks like a guy who just wants to watch. That's all. That's the vibe I get from this guy.
Oh, poor Tommy Lasorda. All right.
I love the Cowabunga Collection. I do. I'm curious. Are there exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in the collection? Because I wonder if there's a distinct piece for each game. That would be kind of cool.
I like how I typed in Cowabunga, and the first thing that popped up as a recommended was Cowabunga it is, which is one of my favorite memes. But yeah, I haven't either. So all the different titles included in the Cowabunga collection. We have TMNT, the NES game, TMNT, the arcade game, Turtles 2, the arcade game, Fall of the Foot Clan, the Game Boy game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time arcade, Turtles 2, Back from the Sewers, Game Boy, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project, NES, Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, the Super NES,
Okay.
Hyperstone Heist on the Genesis, Turtles 3, Radical Rescue on the Game Boy, Tournament Fighters, the Super NES game, Tournament Fighters, the Genesis version,
Wow.
and then also Tournament Fighters, the NES version.
So that's a little more than 7. All right.
Yeah, a little more
All
than
right,
7.
then.
There's a lot going on there, which is really kind of cool.
But yeah, I do like how they're all very different styles. It's just sometimes simple. Like collections are hard to have good box arts for. Often they're very dull in how they present them. So this is like you can't ask for much more from a collection.
No, it's really fun. That's really, really fun.
Because like how else you can do it? That's why they struggle so much with these collections. I feel like because like we can't just have a cool dynamic box art because there's not like one cohesive thing to take from. 7 very or multiple very different things. So it's just like how can we put them all in there in this?
I
This is a
think
good
they
way.
make that work really good here, though.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I don't know if I love, although I can't really come up with how I would do it any differently, is just the center bit with the logos being just pure black.
I know. Yeah, I was trying to think of that too. It was
Like, I
like, is there
don't
any?
hate it, but there's a part of me that's like, could we do better? But I
Yeah.
can't think of what I would do differently because it definitely does work, even though I feel like there's room for improvement.
What if it was something simple like within the black portion there was like a sewer drain
sewer
thing,
or like
and it's like
or I was
the
thinking
logo's
like a
popping up
turtle,
out of it.
like a turtle pattern maybe or something.
Yeah,
Like yeah, like a turtle shell it fills in that space. Yeah,
yeah.
Maybe something
But
like
I'd
there's
have
that.
to
Yeah, I
something
don't
there.
see
know.
it
Yeah,
because I don't want to say that this doesn't work the way it is. It's just I don't know. Could it work better?
yeah.
Because it
We can't
definitely does
just
work as is.
because we can't just say it's perfect because then we're
Yeah, right.
we're in trouble.
But I
Well,
think it
no, if we
also
want perfect, that would be the World of Warcraft one.
Well,
but I think what also kind of works here too is again it's sort of like the same thing with your focus. Like there's a lot of the lines of the tearing in the paper, the way the
Mhm.
characters are facing. There's a lot of like really good dynamic action in a lot of it.
Yeah,
So um, one thing kind of leads to another. Some characters are facing other things. Some are just facing the logo. But it all works.
mhm.
Works all together, and it's fun. Even if you
No.
even if you have the Nickelodeon logo taking up some space
Mhm.
there,
it's fine.
it's
Yeah.
subdued. It's fine.
Let's look at World of Warcraft again.
Okay.
Like I struggle to find many flaws with this. Like it's nothing groundbreaking or like revolutionary, but it's like just so competently done, does exactly what it needs to do, and does it damn near perfectly.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's really really good.
World of Warcraft, the logo is interesting too. You got of in the O,
Mhm.
and the Warcraft part of the logo is obviously has become very iconic.
Yeah, I mean
It
that's
was
been
already
iconic since
iconic.
the RTS games.
True.
Yeah,
True.
yeah,
Warcraft.
yeah. It was already an iconic logo back then, but then you have the extras, so the refined again another
Yeah.
serif font, but it's adds it works. It works with the sometimes like font differentiation can work
Mhm.
if it's not too much of a difference. And I think this it's different, but it makes it works. I don't know.
It's interesting that
Having
this works so much too because this is a game where you could easily see 100 different ways to do a box art for World of Warcraft. I mean, there's so much to work with there. Like a Monster Hunter World style, showing off
mm,
more of the world kind of thing. So it's
Yeah.
interesting they went with a
I will
simpler
say
one.
one other nitpick I just realized. The disclaimer on the bottom, like first months of play included,
Hmm.
that just being
mhm.
like a plain white with no background. Like it's not super bad because there's nothing like white behind it where we're losing it, but just plain white, bog
Yeah.
standard font with no background is just kind of feels weird.
It could have used maybe like a drop shadow onto it, or something.
Yeah, or like, and maybe center it.
Yeah, interesting that it's not centered. It's
Maybe
just
a
sort of there.
dialogue box for the
Centered.
gentleman in the front to say it.
Yeah, maybe he's saying
No,
it.
but it's like center it, and also like it's too close to the bottom.
Yeah.
Like there's no padding.
They
Like if it had like the same
don't.
amount
That's
of
the thing.
padding
They
as like
don't want you to
our Wii
notice
logo,
it
I think it
really.
would work better.
They should emphasize the first month of plan included, but then the other stuff you don't really. It's not like we want to highlight that there'll be internet connection required and additional online fees.
I mean, I definitely
Yeah,
think
play
internet
monthly.
connection required is worth mentioning.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but if you get someone a sucker to buy the game with no internet connection, that's still money in your pocket, right?
yeah,
I
that would
mean,
piss some people off,
fair.
though, right?
But it's still there. It's there. You can look at the box art and see it, but it's just not the first thing
Yeah.
you see. It's like, ooh, orc. Let me go buy this real quick.
Oh, Warcraft, I know that. I played the RTS games. Those are great. Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, this guy is pretty cool though, huh? With his septum piercing is pretty good.
It's pretty big. Both of
Which
them are
one?
really large septum piercing. Yeah, which one, right?
The
Both.
guy in the back, the guy in the front, I don't know. He hasn't convinced me yet.
He hasn't
Also-
convinced me. They have
I
like the
also just
same
really like the
expression
little touch
too,
of the.
actually.
They do, but I
Yeah.
like the little touch of the scar over the eye on the orc.
Yeah,
I like
that
that
is
too.
hot.
I actually like a lot of the weathering. He's got like some like
Yeah.
general like wrinkles and weathering kind of on his forehead. I really like that
You
a
can
lot.
actually see like he's got an amount like stubble like on his chin
Oh hell
too.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
that's good.
And
Yeah,
he's got
that's
a
good. Really good
horn stuck
details.
in it
Yeah.
too.
Kind of cracked lips a little bit. Yeah, it all looks
He's
really
been through
pretty
it.
good.
Like I gotta give it to the World of Warcraft box art. Like I do genuinely really like the TMNT one. That might be my second favorite one here.
Oh my god, it's so good though.
Yeah, it's really good.
But I gotta give it to Warcraft.
That's
What do you think, Zach?
Cowabunga it is. No, I'm not. No, I'm not locking that in. I don't. I'm not
Okay,
convinced.
okay,
Mm,
okay. I think I'm ready to lock in though.
okay, go ahead.
As much as I love the Turtles box art, I think I have to give it to World of Warcraft. I think it's
As much
just
as I love the green Turtles box
I
art,
think I have.
you don't have to do
It's
anything.
so
Tommy the
okay.
Sword is right there.
I didn't final answer it. Ah, man. Okay, here's one thing I just noticed about the Cowabunga collection.
You got to find something. Yeah.
Who is that? That guy that's like tucked in there, the human little guy under the like right above the
Tell me.
it's in the underneath the Cowabunga collection, underneath the logo, right where the sort of like the peak meets there. Who is that guy? That guy around the galaxy
That's
stuff
the
going on
Statue
there.
of
Who is
Liberty,
that?
is it not?
Statue of Liberty.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, it is.
That's definitely Statue of Liberty.
Who is that guy? I don't like him.
I don't know if
I don't
it
like him
is.
hanging around here. How we
Lady
both
Liberty
think? How we both immediately
looks
know
like
it's the
this.
Statue of Liberty, and it is
I
not
don't
the
know if it
Statue of
is
Liberty.
though. I mean, okay, New York, I
Look
get
at
it, but like
These are probably also like these are probably also taken from actual box art. So maybe if we find like
And
it could be the Silver Surfer.
they do have the Rayman portal right there by the Statue of Liberty.
They do.
Same universe, maybe. I mean, that's who it is. So, is that a positive or a negative that we have the Statue of Liberty in the middle?
Statue of Liberty, man.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
You're trying to look for any excuse to make it easier.
Kind of, yeah.
You're like, who's that guy? He doesn't belong there.
Who is that man?
World of Warcraft does just have that baked in aura, though. That's the only thing. I don't know if it's a bias. I don't know if it's bias from just reputation. Like if this was, Orc Rebellion, the game. I don't know if it would hit the same.
Maybe not, but
All right, I'm giving it to World of Warcraft. Yeah,
all right.
so I'm
Then I'm
locking it in.
definitely 100% going for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Cowabunga Collection.
Okay.
Absolutely. There's no swaying me now.
Okay. Well, World of Warcraft's moving on. So.
All right. Yeah, I think I was about to do World of Warcraft too. Just because, man, they just had that black space in the middle of that box art. Man, they should have done something. I don't know. All right, last match of the semifinals um, is going to be Mario Party 7 versus Axiom Verge 1 and 2 double pack.
Okay.
I don't care for either of these, if I'm being honest.
Either one is lamb to the slaughter in the next round.
Yeah, it kind of
But
is.
for
I
the
think.
statisticians over Box Art Battle stats, we do need to give this a good
Everyone's
college
crunching.
try.
I don't really have anything to add that at least I haven't said already.
Yeah.
So like,
So
I'm
what
just
off
gonna
rip? What do you think?
I'm just gonna say by the tiniest of margins, Mario Party 7.
Whoa! All right, Alec, what do you think?
I'm kind of in the same ballpark where I don't know if I have too much more to add. I think the Axiom Verge 1 and 2, I wish that there was something more about like there was just a little bit more about the world kind of at play on the actual art itself. I think it is just sort of like kind of odd that it's just the character portraits and nothing really else. It doesn't tell you a whole lot about it. The pixel art's great, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, I do like the pixel art style, but
yeah. But I think I got to give it to Mario Party 7. I again, it does have the same problems I think we discussed, but I think the character pairings are really kind of fun and cute. Even though I
Yeah.
wish I could see Toadette, but
all right, then I'm definitely voting for Mario Party 7, and there's no convincing me otherwise.
okay.
All right.
All right.
That's crazy.
Semifinals, let's go.
Here we go.
Now we got Monster Hunter World versus Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I mean, just going by the fact that I voted for one of these and not the other, Monster Hunter World.
They're going for two very distinct different styles here. One, I think in the past, I think we've tended to favor a little bit more stylized, some more fun flavored kind of box arts as opposed to the more realistic styles. But I will say this, and I'm talking about like past box art battles, like tournaments, basically that we've done. But I think this time around, even though I like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's box art a lot, I think everything that I've sort of lauded the Monster Hunter World logo for, even though the logo, the box art for, even though the logo is fairly generic, I don't love it. I think everything else about it just like really sells the whole idea, the whole concept of the title, and I think that really is nice. I like that Deluxe has the same color, the rainbowish color palette in the around the Deluxe. I like that
it's nice.
the blue and the pinks are really prominent in the course of the rest of the box. For the 8 logo, the sort of Mobius strip 8 that they kind of went with. But I think Monster Hunter World is just, I think it just works really well. I don't know. It's just like, it has like a really epic feel to it, for even though it does have a sort of muted, realistic color palette, it kind of really gives off that sense of adventure.
Like really my only issue with the Monster Hunter World one is that kind of it being a little muted and a little washed out. So the silhouettes they kind of bleed into each other a bit, especially the guy in front and Rassilus. But once you take a little bit of a longer look, it can actually parse the silhouettes a little better. I think they're much stronger. And again, just the movement on Rassilus, who looks like they're turning midair to view the hero. Like,
it looks like it's like it's like flown up basically, and is like kind of coming like through this valley. It's coming up out of this valley, and it's like turning to it's really great.
Yeah, like the motion on Rassilus and the strong silhouettes are selling me super hard, and that's why I'm giving it to Monster Hunter World.
Zach, any thoughts?
I hear you. Did you lock in your vote too, Alec?
I think I'm going with Monster Hunter World as well. Yeah.
All right, then I'm definitely voting for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and that's nice try convincing me, but definitely voting for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is better. I think it's falling victim to we're tired of seeing this man succeed from frankly a point of privilege, and it's fair.
It's
It's fair because it's just like, who wants to give it to the guy who's got all the money behind him? I hear you, and I understand, but objectively, he is him, right? So,
I mean, they're both really good. I think
really
these are both two of the best. I think, along with the Cowabunga collection, I think these some of the best box arts on this whole bracket. I think are those few. So,
they wouldn't be this far if they weren't good at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm not mad at it. So, next up, for the semifinals, we got World of Warcraft versus Mario Party 7. You know, this is what happens when the seeding fails us a little
Mario
bit.
Party 7, so
Mario did just get snubbed.
He did, but
the people are watching.
I think that was also a better box art than this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not even close. I mean, Mario Party, you're lucky you got this far, honestly. Yeah. But tragic to see both Marios go down right before the end. But I'll vote for World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I do as well.
Not even close.
And it's interesting. Our finals here, then
the grand finals,
are between two grounded sort of looking art styles, right? Which is again, that's not. It's not completely out of the ordinary for box art battles. There have been a few such cases where that's happened, but
they're two very different. They're two very different box arts, though.
They are. Yeah. One is CG, realistic, kind of CG, the classic Capcom sort of rendering, and then the other is hand drawn art.
And World of Warcraft has that same simplistic style that we've seen win box art battles before, but also lose box art battles to games like Monster Hunter World. So this is very much both are kind of box arts you've seen win in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And also where the Warcraft one is very static, very almost abstract, because there's no action going on. They're just kind of just faces and bodies just kind of staring into the void. The Monster
it's
Hunter
very
one, there's action, there's momentum, there's a scene playing out here.
Honestly, World of Warcraft is very classic fantasy art. That's what you'd expect from your Dungeons and Dragons. You'd really expect to see art like this.
Yeah,
in it's just a very classic fantasy art. Really, just the details and shading, and it all looks really nice. These both have their own, because even though there's nothing huge action going on, there's still kind of a sort of epicness of its own to the World of Warcraft box, because you've got this map. It feels very classic fantasy kind of stuff going on here. These creatures that are very well drawn. The art's really great. And then of course you have the adventure, the selling of the monsters in the world and the hunters. All three of those.
We have to start asking ourselves the question though.
What's that?
If you see this box art on the shelf, which one makes you want to grab it and play if you don't know the game?
Man. It's really interesting you say that, because I think at different points in my life, I think I would say different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so both of these kind of also, if I were looking at these and just making my decision, I don't know anything about the games, I would assume then one of the characters on the box art I would play as. And I have a very personal pet peeve for stupid weapons that look like they can't cut anything, and if they can, they will immediately get stuck and never be able to be pulled out of whatever you lodged it in.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, that Torrens axe spear is like, okay, you get it in. I'd like to see you get it out. And then like the great sword in Monster Hunter World is like, that's not a blade. That is a blunt object you're hitting them with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
So I
two-hander
don't.
right there. That's a two-hander. You gotta use
And I do love
your
me.
whole body weight.
I do love me a big, oversized sword. Don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
but it needs to have a cutting edge on it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're both
There's a little edge, edge on
A little bit, yeah.
both
As the
Barely.
games
in-game model looks like.
both games are have the world involved. Needs
They
to be
do
said.
have world involved.
it. Mm.
And they both have a thing in the first O.
That's
Yes.
interesting. They're both fantasy. They're both fantasy
Yeah.
games of a different sort.
God, I'm so
So
torn. Like, I love the simplicity. I love the hand-drawn art style. I love just the layout of the World of Warcraft one. But I love the posing and the silhouettes and the action of Monster Hunter World. And I genuinely am having a hard time picking.
like
Yeah.
I can
Trying to be
see what
objective,
happened.
trying to not let like nostalgia or my taste for one game or the other color it.
Yeah. I can you can it's cool too because like this is almost something I haven't said, but it's like you can almost see what happens next on the Monster Hunter world. Like you can see him draw his sword out and she readies her bow and the cat like lifts up its hammer and this thing like kind of dives at them. You can like see that sort of
Yeah.
playing out as it
I mean, and it's a dynamic box art, which is something I always like in box arts.
Mm.
Is I always point to, and is a negative in others that are like not as dynamic, and there's like depth to it. Always love seeing the depth in the background. Um, but I am very much torn as well because I do think World of Warcraft is very strong in what it is doing. Um, that guy in the front is giving me pause. I
Okay.
don't know if he's just standing in front of this of the box art essentially.
He's he's also I will say his weapon. I almost feel like the bigger wouldn't the bigger blade on the axe heads shouldn't that be up higher? Wouldn't that work better?
Well, then what's
Well,
the point
it's
of the
a
bottom
fantasy
ones?
weapon. If you think about it, it all falls apart.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um
he's got big hands. That guy.
Okay,
he does have pretty big hands.
if I'm going based off, because when it comes to just like style and like artistic merit, like they're both pretty tied for me. I can't pick. So
Yeah,
if I'm going based off of which one makes me want to play the game more, and also which one I think, because like maybe this is getting into like meta knowledge of knowing at least how each game plays.
yeah,
I do think the Monster Hunter one better sells what the game's actually going to be like, because nothing about the World of Warcraft one tells me that like what the gameplay is going to be like. Whereas like I can kind of infer from Monster Hunter World that like it's going to be, maybe a little hack and slashy, maybe a little like, more actiony. I'm going to play one of those characters. I'm going to swing the sword. I'm going to fight a monster. Like,
well, can I raise
I mean,
another
it's in the
point?
fucking title.
Can I raise
I'm a
another
monster
point though we
hunter.
haven't considered though?
What's that?
What?
Monster Hunter World Xbox One. World of Warcraft says the benefit of being on PC, which does not have a frame at all. It can have the whole real estate to work with. If we're considering
Ooh,
that, Monster Hunter World does have the green exterior. Whereas imagine Monster Hunter World on the PC, how beautiful that box art would look in comparison. I mean, it's
Do they
tough.
even
That's
make
actually
like
a decent point.
box arts for PC anymore? I don't think they do.
Not
Mm-hmm.
really. It's like
I
it'd
don't
be the
know. I
Steam
have a
splash page basically.
I don't know. I have a hard time counting the fucking like
If it's getting down to the
the
nitty
board.
gritty, I mean,
Yeah,
you're asking
it's.
a
I don't
lot.
think. Here's what I'll say. I don't actually think the Xbox One. I think between this and the PlayStation 4, I actually think the Xbox One version is less distracting. I
Mhm.
think it's actually a little bit better in that regard.
I
I know
I would
we're not
disagree.
judging the PlayStation we're not judging the PlayStation 4 version, so I guess we can't say, but
Mhm.
um
I Does the PlayStation 4 version also wrap around 3 sides, or is it just on top? I forget.
It does wrap around, yeah. Blue,
yeah.
blue all the way
Well,
around.
no, because the PS4 one for Shadow of War is just on top.
Well, it might just be how they print it. If you look at the box, the box itself has blue around it. So I guess it depends how it's cropped
I
online.
don't know.
How it was cropped. Yeah, how
I
it
don't
might have
know.
been
To
cropped maybe.
me, I don't I don't want to count that.
That's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to.
You want to vote for
Because if I
Monster
do,
Hunter
it's only
World?
going to
I
make
can
it
see it.
harder.
I thought you were gonna be uh all the way for World of Warcraft, but in your heart, you want to vote for Monster Hunter World, and I can see it.
Yeah, and every time I find myself leaning towards one, I'm like, I start regretting it. But
Yeah,
I do think I'm leaning just slightly more towards Monster Hunter World,
yeah,
just because I think I don't know, I think it sells me more on what the game is and is a pretty accurate reflection of what I would imagine the game actually is. Whereas World of Warcraft, though I adore this box art and I think it's very, very good, it doesn't tell me enough about what it is.
yeah. But there is that thing, that the question mark that you have that does draw you in, as well as always. It's a nice effect. It's like, ooh, what is this all about? I want to learn more about it. But and it does have, like, with the whole box art being in this sort of style, it's got that old fashioned fantasy feel to it, like it's like an old book or something.
I
It's
know,
or
and
an
that's
old
why I
map at
still
the
haven't
top.
made a decision yet.
It's cool.
Because
Alec,
now I'm feeling myself being pulled towards World of Warcraft now, away from Monster Hunter.
Alec, what do you think?
You have to interrupt me at some
uh
point, because if I dwell on any one for too long, I'm just going to flip flop back.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if I could find out what this wasn't going to affect my vote ultimately, but I wanted to see just like how exactly because a lot of the big PC box games had had some like texturing on them. So I was wondering if the guy in the front was textured, and if
Mm-hmm.
like the back circle thing was like
Yeah.
a sleeve it was sort of like a hole in it that had a sleeve. I wasn't sure if that was the
I
case or not.
don't think it
I
was.
couldn't find a definitive. I could, I
If you give
couldn't.
me like 2 minutes, I can go into that closet and dig out my old copy of that.
All right.
No, I think we're
Oh, well, I
good.
gotta pee. If I've been holding
Oh,
my pee
okay.
for a long time.
If you're really into doing
Yeah,
that,
I'm
but I
gonna
think
go.
I'm gonna lock. I think I'm ready to lock in. So
Oh, well, all right. But that's not gonna decide
unless
anything. Neither of us have decided.
true, that's true. Okay,
I
All right.
No, I think I'm ready.
Okay. So
okay,
you both can say it at the same time and see if it decides it. All right.
yeah. All right,
Are you gonna
Okay.
commit?
all right. Yeah,
All right.
commit.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
World of
Monster Hunter
Warcraft.
World.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a tie right there.
Yeah.
Damn
All right,
it.
Zach. You're the tiebreaker.
So, I was actually hoping it would be easy, but I'm torn on it. I'm torn. And this whole episode, my decision hasn't really mattered much. It's usually been decided already. And Monster Hunter World, I think, yeah, I've voted against in the past. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I
Mhm.
think that one's probably better. But World of Warcrafts did have the easier side of the bracket, so it didn't have much adversity to get here. So I didn't even have to really question it until this point. Well, no, that's not true. It did have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was a tough one.
It was a toughie.
These are great box arts. And even as
Exactly.
I speak now, about to give you my decision, I don't know what I will decide.
Wow. Okay.
And just it's got to come to me at some point because I'm weighing this and I'm weighing that. Which one's better? World of Warcraft does have a stronger logo. We did say Monster Hunter World is a little. It's a little leaves a lot to be desired in that aspect. There's more depth and it's more dynamic in Monster Hunter World. Really makes you want to get into that world. World of Warcraft is like the cover of a book, though. A cover of a book doesn't always just have like a full sprawling idea of what you're getting into, and it's intriguing in that way. And with all that being said, I would vote for Tommy Lasorda baseball if I could. And so I have to vote for
Turbo, though.
I have no choice but to vote for flipping back and forth between them on my tabs. Damn. It's World of Warcraft, everybody. World of Warcraft.
Okay.
Right.
Not a bad choice, honestly. It's World of Warcraft is iconic. It has an iconic box. I would say I think it's just really cool that they had two different designs for this too. It's one of those things that I often kind of forget that. Yeah, it's because usually think of the Alliance sort of box. I think is typically the one where a lot of people think of, but yeah, it does have this horde, the sort of horde layout here. This is very cool. So
oh man,
yeah, that's pretty great.
I'm not confident at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well you'd voted for it, so
that's crazy. I could regret that. Tomorrow.
I feel like either way, like they're both fantastic. Like
Yeah,
they're both really good. Yeah,
but that guy in the front still he got away with it too, just standing there. Damn it.
He got away. He got away with it. That's great, though. All right.
All right, there you go. World of Warcraft is the winner of episode 2 of season 2 of Box Art Battles. Yeah. We'll see it in the Box Art Battles All Winners edition at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Representing this episode. Now, I'm going to ask the question I always ask at the end of the episode, which is, are there any games in this whole catalog that you would be interested in purchasing just from seeing this box art? Any that stick out?
Not really. At least that I haven't already played.
Rough.
Surprisingly, Halo 5 and because they added details. Cowabunga Collection, I think, is really fun, but I already own it. So, but honestly, even though it's a game I have little intent on doing a whole lot of, even though I own it on PC, is Monster Hunter World. I think that box art really sells it a lot.
I know. Yeah, that's
pretty good.
When I see something like that, yeah, it makes me want to play Monster Hunter. Whether it's this game or whatever game I should be starting with, I don't know.
It definitely would if I didn't know how Monster Hunter played and know that it's as much as I want to like it and I see the appeal, I just can't.
It's kind of me too, honestly. Like I like watching my friends play it, but I don't know if I can really sink my teeth into it.
As someone who collects GameCube games, Digimon Rumble Arena 2 is one I don't have, so obviously I would like that. But I think some of these Digimon games are expensive. At least the one that I used to play or that we rented back in the day was Digimon World 4 on the GameCube, and that is expensive. I know that, so I don't know how easy it would be to get that, but yeah, that I don't have the Cowabunga collection, so I'd be down for that. And then of course Tommy Lasorda baseball is very it's very enticing. I don't know.
Tommy
I mean,
That's
that's
the
the
thing,
word
that's the
for it.
dumbass thing with these Sega Genesis boxes. Like, it doesn't matter what's on it; it's just gonna be like a generic looking baseball game when you actually play it.
We
It's not
we
good.
also didn't even say, like, it says Sega Genesis. It's got the Sega Genesis logo, and then his hat says Sega, and then the ball says Genesis.
I did say that.
And then it also says Sega Genesis down below too. So we have Sega Genesis written out 3
16-bit
times on this
cartridge.
on the front
Yeah,
of this.
yeah. It's, really have to hammer it home just in case.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right.
That's another episode in the book. It's a very long one.
Yeah. Long one.
Mega.
Thanks for
Yeah,
sticking with
almost
us,
3 hours.
folks. Thanks for sticking with us, Tara. I
Yeah.
hope you had fun. I would
I had a blast.
Yeah. This is a good
yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's always it's one of the reasons I think why we probably don't do it. It's always a big ask because it is kind of a long. They can run pretty long, but it's fun though.
And
I
there's
don't
some
know.
really good
It's fun
ones in
talking
here.
about
Sometimes it's like all stinkers and like a
Yeah.
couple okay ones. You know, there's several solid ones in here.
Yeah, it's
But
fun
yeah,
talking about art. I like art a lot,
Yeah,
that's right.
me too.
especially. Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to shout out at this time, Tara?
Not really.
All right.
Cool.
Subscribe
Well,
to
thank
the
you for
channel.
joining us.
Thanks for joining
Yeah,
us.
anytime.
And hopefully we can get more frequency of box art battles coming soon. Our rule, if you don't know, is that for box art battles each season now, we have to have a unique guest for each episode, and then some returning guests for the finale, and then it will reset in the next season. So you could join us again in
So,
5 years.
I was about
Yeah,
to
whenever
say,
we finish
look
it.
forward to season 3, from the retirement home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty much. Yeah. So basically last time I think I just like used like an RNG to decide, and it was like Pete Dorr. I was like, hell yeah, we got Pete. Like, asked him to be on again. He was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
did
yay.
randomize that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
So yeah.
yeah,
Subscribe to the channel for more from us here at Tarqaron. Movie reviews, game reviews, Survivor every week, discussions, podcast, shenanigans, all that. I'm going to recommend a random Tarqaron video for you to watch next. How about
if
that?
you get time after watching that,
Yeah, they're always looking for another video to go right into after long
Yep,
box art
always.
battles.
Yeah.
And so by random, I do decree you should check out the Coliseum, Zach versus Alec in Tarqaron 20 questions, everybody. Wow.
Wow, there's a cut.
So it was
It's
very
like 20 questions.
competitive. 20 questions, Tarqaron themed. I
Yeah.
forget what the stakes were for that one. If it was like we decide, I think it was just like
That's the
decide
video
what the next
series one?
video, what the next video is. You know,
Maybe.
there was one that
The
like
Pirates
literally let you decide Harry Potter as our movie review series.
Was it Harry Potter or was it Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirates of the Caribbean was random on the wheel
Oh,
in Chaos
okay.
Month.
I picked that for the view series. But all right.
All right, check it out.
Good stuff. All right.
And like the video, leave a comment below with your thoughts. Who was snubbed? What games were snubbed? World of Warcraft versus Monster Hunter World. Who you got?
Yeah, what you got? Sound off.
All right. Until next time, take care.
All right. Take care.